Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 298 of the XboxEra podcast. We're here to discuss all of the latest across the gaming industry, but overall we're focused on your favourite platform, Xbox. As a fiercely independent and community-driven publication, it's always made possible by you guys. So big shout-outs to everybody that supports us across YouTube, Patreon, but obviously our MVPs, executive producers, and especially our grand benefactors, Krat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. And of course, our wonderful CEO, Torn Raptor. Today, I am joined by the lovely Aarsal.
Yo, just made it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would like to draw your attention to the message you sent yesterday saying, what time does this start? I'll be there at 5, which is half an hour ago. I'm just throwing it out there.
I never got a response to that message. I'm thinking, maybe we do start a little later. But yeah, cutting it close today in a lot of things. Cardigan's on this morning again. Dude, is it like extreme? Well, actually, no, you're in a completely different continent. But like anyone in the Midwest right now, it is extremely cold the last week. Like, holy crap. Man.
Chilly times. Jesse's here as well. How are you doing, Jess?
Great.
You're not great though, are you? Let's have a little moment of silent retrospect for Jesse, who got a shiny new G9 monitor and oh
no! What?
Oh dear.
What happened?
That's not very good, is it?
That's how it was when I opened it.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's okay. At least it wasn't like you broke.
No, it's brand new, and also it seems to have the thermistor problem where if it gets too bright, it just shuts off until it's not too hot. Too hot, I should say, with quotes, because it's not actually hot.
It just thinks it's hot.
Yep.
Apologies for
That's irritating.
There,
dark it is here.
Sorry you can't see him in this new setup.
Oh, yeah.
Meow.
Normally I'll have a light on my face. I just don't have it set up right now.
You look lovely, darling. Big hello to everybody in the chat. It's been a fun week. I hope you're all doing well. Obviously, as per the lovely Love Big Money Love 801 in the chat, he says, hit the likes up, everybody. Yeah, you should do that. Hit that like button.
Good call.
We appreciate that. There's a lot to chat about today. And I don't know about you guys. I mean, Ursul's late. Jesse's a little bit grumpy about the expensive monitor that's broken. I'm in a fairly good mood. I'm in good spirits.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Spirit. Yeah, it's been a nice weekend thus far. It's been very relaxing, and I guess it will segue us nicely into our usual section where before we talk about all the news and the Dev Direct, and yes, we'll be doing all of that. Talk a little bit about the things we've been playing, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. As we all know, Kat, who has been part of working on XboxEra stuff and doing news and things like that, she's getting more and more into video games. And I've said to her, at some point, you will find the game that is for you, that will just overtake your life and you'll think of nothing but playing that game. She's dabbled in all sorts of things. She's completed some side-scrolling adventures. She's played a bit of Halo. She's played a bit of Split Fiction. She's getting a bit of an education in all these different IPs and things. Following the Dev Direct and the reveal of Forza Horizon 6, I re-downloaded Forza Horizon 5.
Okay.
And I brought it around on my memory card from my console, and I plugged it into her console at her place. And I didn't see Kat for the rest of the evening, and she's now downloaded it onto her ROG Ally, and I didn't see Kat for much of this evening either. Maybe I'm regretting my choice, but she's found her game. She is just like locked in, and it is so cute to watch. Like, what does this mean? And it's just like, it is just adorable to see her like just completely get sucked in.
And of you two, she is the one that drives, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I was explaining to her, like, you can get a whole setup for all of this where you can have, like wheel and pedals and a gear. And she's like, yeah, she wants to do all of those things. But yeah, maybe down the line. So yeah, I just thought I'd open with that because it was adorable and it did make me smile.
It's always nice when like someone who's like so adamantly or doesn't think they're gonna like something starts liking it, right? Because it's better to like something than not like something. Just
it's just been very cool to see her get that kind of like the people that really love video games understand fully. It's like when my son now is like, dinner's ready, and then I hear, I'm in the middle of a game and I've got to be at least 10 minutes. Instead of like my parents would have been, get down in there. Instead of, I'm like, totally get it. I'll put a cover over your food. Like, I understand. I'm
there. Game, Mom.
Yeah, you can't pause it. So it's been fun. Man. It's been fun. But before we talk about everything else that we've been playing, Aarsal, you finally were able to kind of reveal what you have been playing this week. Now, you can't actually talk about it yet, but you can talk a little bit about
your time,
where you've been up to, Aarsal. What you've been doing.
Let me see if I have that thing in here.
The thing.
This is what I was up to.
Putting it
at the center. Hopefully, it's not reversed in the.
No, it's all working.
All right, nice. Well, it was kind of annoying because the XboxEra part is so tiny. Also, they put the space. Everyone puts the space.
Everyone puts the space. It's fine. Legally, I think there is a space. I think so.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's okay.
I had something else too that I could show. Just like.
Are you allowed to show? Do we need to check any?
It's just a journal. That's it.
Oh, nice.
With a logo, in the dev direct, which we'll talk about. You get those
the little Fable
journals.
Yeah,
like exact same thing with Highguard on it. It was really cool.
I got one when I went to 343 with Forge on it. Actually,
yeah, I guess it's like a thing.
Call of Duty one there.
But like, I opened it and I started writing, and I'm like, wow, my writing sucks. So I put it away, took my laptop out, and let's typing it away instead.
Just put some notes in there. I used to have a stylus on my old phone, and I used to just open up a notes app and just be like, just scribbling bits.
Yeah, I was flown over. We were offered the opportunity to fly over to LA this last week to play Highguard. And there were a lot of people there. And I can't talk at all about my experience playing the game, not even a little bit.
No gameplay.
Which people are not flipping listening to.
Of course not.
A little bit, but
they're used to that with influencers and stuff, which is why they rarely get a second invite.
The one, it was press when I was there. Saw a lot of people. Went up against a lot of people. That's all I can say. I don't think I can say anything else.
Represented us well, sir.
I think I did. Before I went, Jesse was like, "Listen, it's video game journalists. If you know how to play FPS games, you'll kill them." All right.
I had not played a Call of Duty seriously in over a decade, and I absolutely wiped the floor with everyone.
Oh, I can't say anything about even the trailer. Okay.
You can say stuff about the trailer.
No. As in like
you can't provide context. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. No, like. I have words about this trailer, which we'll talk about whenever the embargo of what I have ends, which I don't know if that's public or not.
Nope.
So I'm not going to say nothing. We did. I did pretty good. I was carried a bit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
There are some games where clearly I was being carried, but we had a pretty good record, is all I'll say, until Monday.
Proud of you. Proud of you.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Got flown over. LA is friggin' far, man. Also, okay, quick tangent. Any LA locals here, I apologize, but this is not a new opinion of mine. LA sucks just as a friggin' city, man. Like, I swear, it's just, I'm out. I get there in the evening. I'm like, you know what? Like, I want some food. And there's like a ramen place nearby. Sure. It's 3-minute walk. Google Maps says 3 minutes. In that 3-minute walk, I went in fact, on the way back, I used a different route just in case. Both routes had broken streetlights. Like, people just kind of just chilling on the sides, making me feel super unsafe. Both times I'm just walking by. I'm like, are we good? We good? It's like 7 p.m. Are we good?
Yeah. LA's an experience.
Man.
Of all the American cities I've been to in my adult life, and I've not been to I've been to Atlanta in Georgia.
Yeah.
I've been to LA, both downtown and fancy pants versions of LA.
Yeah.
I've been to San Francisco, and I've been to Washington, D.C. San Fran's my favorite in terms of actually being able to walk to places. But LA, man, every time I go, I'm just like,
are we good?
and Kat, when she was there, not SGF last year, but the year before.
Yeah, when you got the jacket, right?
She was just like, I'm going to go explore. She just got a bus. She just got a bus down to, what's the famous beach in LA?
Port something?
Venice Beach, thank you.
Oh, Venice, okay,
Jesse, yeah. So she just got a bus down to Venice Beach and ate some food and explored and just walked around and got public transportation. And, she's a brave soul. I'm just like, okay, good luck, don't die.
Last year,
But,
during
like, when you-
SDF, the areas we were in were fine. Like they
Yes,
cleaned
yes.
up.
Honestly, Summer Game Fest was fine. But we also had like a bigger crew. I think solo travel is a little different.
And they had changed it a lot from the previous year when Skid Row was very bad, and they made it
Like
not
literally, the first time I went for coverage, something I was out at 10 a.m. I felt completely unsafe. Someone got into a fight on my way back to the hotel. And at one point, I'm checking in the Discord. I'm like, hey, any LA locals? Where should I not go? And someone, I think Senior Bean in their Discord, circles part of the map. Like, don't go here. I look at that. I look up where I am. I'm like right in front of it. I'm like, okay, turn it back around.
Yeah, it's
But as bad as LA is, as bad as it is, I did appreciate being out of negative goddamn 25 Celsius with wind chill weather for a couple days. All right, that was very much appreciated.
fair. Although LA weather, like you go there and every time you see LA on the TV as a Brit,
Sunny, bright,
right? Yeah, sunny, beautiful, warm. Every fucking time I've been there in peak summer, in like end of June. It's like, hey, this is LA. We're going to be freezing cold and smoggy until 2 p.m. You will now have your 3.5 hours of allotted sunlight, and then it will be cold again until the morning. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought this
you know what it is, John? You know when you transition from like winter to spring and suddenly like 8 Celsius is like really warm, right?
Yeah.
This kind of felt like that, where even though it's only like 12, 13 Celsius, which is cold for them,
like,
I'm flipping loving it. I'm like, this is amazing weather. Holy crap. But yes, it was foggy and overcast for most of my trip there too. Yep.
It's LA, man.
Yep. Look forward to coverage of that. Soon is what we're saying.
Soon.
The game is out Monday,
I got
so you
some
can
work to do.
assume it would be out by then. Once the game is available, it would be really weird. I don't know what the embargo is. I made sure to not look at the email. But it would be really
I have no
weird
idea
if it was post-launch.
I like all these tight, time-sensitive embargoes
Technically,
that Arsenal's under.
Right. Oh my god, this last like week, even these next couple days are going to be like, holy crap,
You've got less than 48 hours. Like I don't know, like whenever it is out on Monday.
You know what I do though
at
is like,
6
I always like in my head, I just as the days progress, even though I'm not typing, I'm like formulating. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to talk about
I don't
this.
do that, but
I'm
I
going to
love
talk
that you
about
do.
that. I saw something in our games talking about a so-called event for Highguard. Yeah, it was announced officially on their Blue Sky. Let me check this really quick.
You know what I didn't realize, Aarsal, is that Code Vein's not out Friday. Code Vein is out Tuesday for early access.
This Tuesday?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So we don't have it. I haven't agreed to any embargo. I don't know when the embargo is.
Oh, yeah,
we would have
okay.
had no shot, probably.
That's weird. It's not Capcom. Code Vein is
Namco.
Bandai Namco. They're usually pretty good with us, right?
Yeah, you never know. I have heard, I don't know it for sure, but I've heard that it's pretty much only PS5 code early.
Oh, here we go.
PC,
Okay, so Highguard, this is from their official Twitch channel, says, tune in on Monday, January 26th at 10 a.m. Pacific for the Highguard launch showcase. Is that the embargo? I don't know. I can't say nothing. But all I'm saying is these guys here, they have some kind of launch event at 10 a.m. PST Monday.
Was it Capcom? There was somebody who had literally had a full preview a day on their channel, the game company, a day before our embargo. And that pissed me off so bad.
Yes, I remember that. And it was like the same footage or something, right? It was like, that was really frustrating.
Yeah, like I have to say, like game companies do that a lot. Like Wildlight Entertainment, Highguard folks, you guys do you're doing a shadow. Like, hey, here it is, go play it. Like, it's brave. But like I remember recently, 007 First Light. I go into a thing and I sit through a cinema and I watch all the stuff and I write my preview and I and then they just show the fucking same thing I'm about to talk to you about the day before I'm allowed to talk about it. And I'm like, well, what's the point of that, lads? Yeah. Like, I know you guys have got a game to sell, but
you're allowed to take a picture out front of it, but not until you can show it until the embargo, even though everyone was just taking pictures outside of it and posting it.
I do think what's really nice about Wildlight is that like this wasn't just like a preview, right? I can say I played the game. So that's obviously a different aspect to it. It's like, hey, this game was played for so and so much time when whatever embargo comes in.
Yeah, I got to do that with Black Ops 7, which is the worst game ever.
Yeah.
I had fun though. That was dangerous.
Man, I'm just not that, like, I'm social for people I know. I'll talk for friggin' tens of hours, like if it's someone I know. But if it's like I don't know anyone, this happens every preview event I go to. I find the one or two other people that are clearly they're solo. And I just link up. Hey, where are you from? Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, let's just party. And that had happened 3 times now at all 3 preview events I've been to.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing, dude. I think that's pretty.
No, but I mean, it'd be nice if I, got up, into people's faces and like, hey, this is my card, because I saw some people there, pretty cool people. But yeah.
When I was at Call of Duty, it was me and David from Gaming Trend and Paris, Danny, and then I was talking a lot with Stella Chung and Alyssa Mercante.
David, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I was like, hey, I'm actually talking to people, because at the Dragon Age one, I barely talked to anyone, but that's because I was just accidentally having so much fun playing a terrible game.
The thing that I've struggled with at a lot of events is, and I'm not going to name any names.
Tom Henderson.
But I also know and have heard of some of the things certain peers out in this industry, like the way that they refer to our work and our channel.
Fansite. Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes me not want to go talk to those people.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because, I don't go out there shitting on other outlets' coverage or people specifically, like publicly. No fucking way.
Well, we got very big very quickly, and we weren't in the circle.
Yeah.
No.
But it is nice when you go to events like this and you meet other smaller outlets who also aren't in that circle, and you immediately kind of click off, Like Gaming Trend, for example. I met them there, had a great time. Yeah,
the guys at Gaming Trend are really lovely people. I've chatted with their owner and a couple of their members of their team.
Mr. Musk.
Yeah, big shout out to all of them. And they've been going for a long time.
Big team. Holy crap!
They have a big team, and they do board games and all sorts of bits and pieces. They deserve the kudos. I think they've worked really, really hard.
I will say it's really gratifying, and I'm sure you guys also would appreciate this, that when someone asks, hey, where are you from? And I say XboxEra, and I can tell they know. Like, they recognize the name, they know who we are.
Yeah.
Whether it's a positive or negative reception, I'm not sure necessarily right away, but they recognize us.
I met a Dragon Age that introduced himself to me. Shinobi.
Yeah. That's so yeah, you met Shinobi there. That's so cool.
He's very nice.
That's nice.
I should have asked him. It's kind of weird that you work in the industry and leak.
Yeah.
Right?
How does that work?
He's slightly taller than me too, in case you're wondering.
Quick heads up. One entire camel in the channel, and I have to agree with one entire camel. He says, Jesse, your mic is a bit low compared to us.
It's weird. It's
you
going
do sound
up
a bit low.
the exact. I've raised it again. I don't know. It's going up to the same level in OBS.
Yeah.
You might have automatically adjust mic volume on
Streamlab. For you guys, it doesn't matter. What you're hearing, I can raise myself here to that.
Oh yeah, because you're using your own thing.
Yeah.
Because you're using your directing. Yeah. Hosting.
But have you been playing anything you can talk about, Aarsal?
Yes, I dropped a review this last week. And what started off as an inside joke, again, for anyone listening who isn't on our Discord, or if anyone listening who is on our Discord but doesn't go to this channel because it's kind of quarantined, the JRPG channel, which I think is currently...
you're calling them out, they're going to be angry.
No. They are one of the best channels in our Discord. They are one of the most active channels in our Discord. To the point where I realized at one point, it's not just JRPGs, it's just this is a group of people that like just hanging out together in this place.
The JRPG chat, even though I have to pop in every now and then and look at them quite sternly,
the goddamn
and just sort of shake my head at all of them.
It's nothing but feet
they
and
are very
good. When you link that one thing with like take the images down,
that's all I ever go in and post is just whenever I see them getting excited about some anime-filled, waifu-filled weeb stuff, I just come in and I just drop that and I'm just like...
And non-stop Dreamcast guy.
Yeah.
Not liking, just to scare people.
They are incredible. But when I was somewhat subtly talking about playing Final Fantasy VII, the original, not the remake, because I obviously couldn't talk about it, they kind of asked me or dared me to, hey, put this line into the review. And I agreed with the line. So I did. The lie
that you put into your review that triggered so many people that hate watch this channel. What did you say? What did you dare to say? It's going to come back and bite you later on in the show.
I said
there's a whole section on this.
Xbox is the premier place to play Final Fantasy on consoles. I think those were my exact words. I had to look them up. Why? Because
Steam?
You can play every single mainline Final Fantasy game, not counting 11, because that's not really mainline, on Xbox consoles. Oh, sorry, on the Xbox Series, I should say, technically. But when I say Xbox consoles, man, I mean the latest one that's been out for 6 years.
No,
all right,
if you have a
6 years in.
PS2, a PS3, a PS4, and a PS5, you can play almost as much.
I read that response. I was so confused.
It's because you said platform was the word they had. Not like
but when
singular...
I say Xbox platform, I thought the assumption is Series consoles. I just want to say Xbox Series every time. It's been out for 6 years, bro. Obviously, I mean like the Series consoles. But anyways, I played the game. I enjoyed the game. Actually, I guess before I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, I beat the first game, the original, literally I think like 3 or 4 days or like a day before I started Remake. Which is why, holy crap, I was cutting it flipping close with that embargo too. But that's kind of normal for me. So FF7 original is a really damn good game. Like, Jesse, you've played it, right?
Yeah, I liked it. Now, the animations on like the Knights of the Round spell and shit are interminably long.
It is.
But
no, dude, I played the entire thing at 3 times speed.
It had great music, and that wasn't an option, obviously, back when I played it on PlayStation.
Right now, by the way, if you're interested in playing the Final 7 game on Xbox, whatever port there is there, you can do 3 times speed. You can turn off friggin' random battles. You can basically cheat every fight by having limits on 24/7, which I may or may not have used a little bit to kind of just get through it. But it's a really damn good game, like way better than I thought. I genuinely thought it'd be the super overrated. Oh, we all played it when we were 15 years old and we loved it, and that's why we love it so much. But nah, man, the story's cool. The Cloud has way more personality than I thought he ever would when I first started playing.
It's much more Kingdom Hearts because it's the Kingdom Hearts guy. Like he's infusing while trying to stay real, but it is very much incredibly stretched out because Midgar is not long in the original.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking about the original game specifically.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the original, like just going through the stories, the twists that I actually, for some reason, didn't get spoiled to me. Like, I had watched Advent Children without playing the game just because the animation looked really cool. I had no idea what the hell was going on, but there's sword fighting and teleporting, and it was cool. But like the original game, some of the twists that happen is like, obviously I know like the bigger ones, character deaths, blah, 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 but like with Cloud and some of the characters, and Tifa was a much more involved character than I thought she'd be. Like, it was a really good game. Highly recommend.
It really changes a lot in the remake, and there's retcons, and because the remake isn't a remake. The remake is essentially an alternate timeline almost.
Yes, which is kind of a spoiler, but not really. It's still very much like a remake in the sense that
you have no idea what that means.
Going through the same processes.
It starts from the same spot. It's mostly in the same spot through the first one. It's wildly different in the second one to the point of who knows what the third one's going to be. Yeah,
I'm really curious about Rebirth. I definitely want to play it. Hopefully it comes out later this year. That one I think is going to need like the full 3 weeks because apparently it's just padded with a bunch of crap.
It's an enormous
But FF7 Remake, it's a really good game. It's $40 US, which is honestly a really fair price, I want to say. For the
6
game,
years
for
later,
interested.
I would think 30 would be a fair price, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, do you know what? It's because I'm used to games being 70 now, so like.
It's Play Anywhere gives you the original.
Yeah.
Like there is.
Apparently, it's
stuff to
pretty. Wait, gives you the original? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Damn. It apparently plays really well in the ROG Ally, which I did not get to test because I kind of don't play cinematic games on my handheld. I only play like handheld games. You know what I mean?
We'll just wait for the Digital Foundry cover. Oh, they said they didn't get a code, which is weird because I got 3.
They didn't ask for a code. I'm assuming the main thing.
He said they did, and they didn't get one. But maybe they were just like, you can have a Switch code.
But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. You can read my review, watch my review to know more about it. But just really quick, I just want to say, Jesse and Genghis is like our resident like JRPG guy, both dislike the game a fair bit for certain reasons, and those reasons are completely fair. I like kind of picked both their minds a bit because I was playing it, really enjoying it. I messaged Genghis, I'm like, hey, so why don't you like the game? And he gave completely fair reasons. He doesn't like the padding. He doesn't like.
It's very stretched out compared to how long Midgar's in the original.
At one point, I'm like, okay, I remember this entire section being about 3 minutes in the original game, which is me going from one location to another. That's flipping it.
It really felt like Sony wanted a trilogy of games, and so
and holy crap, don't even get me started on the Sonification of video games. My biggest complaint of this game by far was the constant times where we're just, I can't run anymore. I gotta move at a snail's pace. Why? Because we're trying to do some story stuff. Let me move. Yeah. Right, Gears of War, but even that is clearly just loading, so it's more understandable. This time, there are many times where I'm like, okay, you're not loading. I know for a fact you're not loading. Why can't I move? Oh my God.
Games.
Straight up. It genuinely just irritates me when games do that. Stop taking control away from me. Like, that does make you a better video game. If you're going to do that, do a cutscene. Cutscenes look cool. You know, like.
For audio listeners, because I think in that entire section, we didn't actually clarify it. That's all reviewed Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is out now on Xbox.
Yes, sorry. I did.
Final Fantasy VII Remake
I reviewed
Intergrade.
it.
You got to say the Intergrade.
Remake Intergrade, yes. I enjoyed it, and my score of a 7.5 is still it's a good score.
Why did you hate it so much?
Or a 7 for us is good, and 8 is great, and I firmly believe that. I genuinely think that's reasonable.
Our scores have trended a little high.
They have. Personally, if I really, really like a game, I give it high, but otherwise, I kind of don't. But I only review games I really, really like, so that doesn't do much.
But that is why they trend high. They trend high because we don't force people to review things.
Exactly.
Because everyone's volunteer, and I'm not going to be like, go spend 80 hours being miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also would say that, like, from a review perspective, we try and pair people up who know they're going to enjoy that genre.
Or who do enjoy it, but they don't know they're going to enjoy it. It's just that they have enjoyed it and they're looking to play this.
And that's definitely like ideal. There are some cases where sometimes we have people review games that it's just a big game needs to be reviewed, and hey, like maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. With me and kind of Kingdom Come Deliverance, like I hadn't played the first game when I reviewed the second, right? That was obviously a lot of people were like, what the heck are you doing? It's a direct continuation. Well, yeah, just it's what it is. It's a big game. We got to review it.
We got to do it.
Yeah.
And for people asking in the chat,
good score.
Didact Brew, will Rebirth come to Xbox this year, though?
Yes.
Leaky's winner from the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, Nate the Hate, has said yes, 2026.
Yep.
And I think him or others have intimated that the next one's next year.
Wow, that'd be pretty. And if that releases on everything at once, like, okay. Also, that's a big part of like my scoring is I think I was more lenient on the game because I know this is part 1 and part 2 is literally essentially already out. If this was like the first game I played in 2020 and suddenly I had to wait friggin' 4 years for the next game, and this covered 3 hours of the game of the original game I played, I'd be pretty pissed, right? Like, so I fully understand that. But it's a good game. It's worth playing, especially with the other one coming out soon. And Cloud is one of the funniest protagonists I've ever had the pleasure of playing, which I didn't expect. So I like that. I always like comedy in my stuff, man.
Good. I'm glad.
The world's not very funny right now, so we need it in video games.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Exactly, right? Also, oh man, that dance sequence was incredible. Holy crap. I was smiling the entire time.
So horned up.
Yeah, way too much.
What about you, Jesse? What have you been playing this week?
Well, I think Aarsal also had Dave the Diver in there.
Oh, I just added in really quick. Yes, I ended up buying it just in the very last minute of the sale because people kept telling me it's great. I've only played it for like a couple hours just in between kind of my review sessions. It's good.
You have seen 1/50th of the game in that amount of time.
See, that's what I'm curious about, right? Because I remember in your review, you're like I'm not going to say nothing about this. This is a game. Go play it. And I've played it, and I'm getting like hints of stuff.
You've only done dives, right? Dives and
only dives and
restaurant
stuff.
That's it. Yeah, no, there's a lot more.
Interesting. I am looking, and that's like the perfect Rogue Ally game. So that's going to be my Rogue Ally game for a while.
Like there's so much. They love their little one-off things. Like there's a little Metal Gear Solid side-scrolling thing. There's a whole farming aspect. Which is right there. What timing? It's almost like I did this review myself. It's a huge game. There's other areas you find.
What?
There's a lot to Dave the Diver, and it is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm going to be slowly keep playing that.
Video games are so cool.
One commitment I made to myself this year is I am no longer going to just push all the big games to the end of the year and play them in a mad rush in the last 2 months. I'm going to play them as they come out so I can give myself the time I need.
Fair. I've made a promise to play 50 video games this year. Complete 50 video games.
But released any year, right? Like it doesn't have to be released 2026.
They can be from my backlog. They don't have to be from 2026. So yeah. So far, 24 days into the year, I have I don't think I've completed any new video games, so I'm not off to the best start.
I'm at 3.
Oh man, yeah. But it's all right. It will work out. I will catch up. I swear, honest, I will. But yeah, Jesse, what have you been playing this week?
I can finally talk about the thing Nick just could not seem to understand wasn't coming out until, God, when the hell was it? Monday? I forget when the hell the friggin' embargo was, and this has been so long.
It was Monday.
Yeah, Mio, Memories in Orbit. I thought it was amazing. Absolutely fantastic game with a very easy to miss damage upgrade early on that I saw some reviews missed because they were like, it took me 10 minutes to kill this boss. I'm like, that's because you didn't upgrade your damage like an hour in and then went the rest of the game without it because there was only like 2 of them. Just a phenomenal platformer. It's more on the Hollow Knight side of things where it's got some of those mechanics like you can harden your souls essentially because they all have their souls like thing, and then you keep them forever and you don't have to worry about them going away if you die. Just absolutely phenomenal platforming as you gain abilities. It is very basic early on. I think you have a double jump from the start, but that's it. Eventually you get a glide, you get a wall climb, in various ways and everything works off of the meter for energy down at the bottom there. And as you hit things, you'll get your energy back eventually once you unlock that upgrade. And once you do that, some of the platforming sequences are as crazy as I can remember. They're as crazy as the optional ones especially.
Damn.
Though the true ending is considered optional. And so it's unbelievably difficult at certain times to get to it. Okay. With like one very obfuscated puzzle involving a crank that I had to get help from the devs because I had been running around for 5 hours with no idea what to do. And turns out there was just this. It's like it's not 2.5D, but there's parallaxing, and so there was something in front of a little path I could then run down. Completely missed it, but even then, doing this whole turn the environment puzzle, I got half of it. They had to help me with the other half.
Do you know where the dev team is based out of for Mio?
France. I had an interview with the game's EP.
Damn.
Yep. It's absolutely gorgeous with its like watercolor, very pastel art style. The music is amazing. There is some voice acting, which is very good when it shows up, mainly for like the main character side scroller.
That looks fun.
Accessibility stuff comes in the form of you can stand on the ground and get an extra pip of health every 5. That does not stack, but you can stand still for 5 seconds. You get an extra pip of health, which helps a lot in some of this goddamn sequence here. This is all one sequence, and if you touch the wall at any time, you have to restart the whole thing. And you're gonna see this is like 30. This is like a minute. But this is optional to go find some stuff. So like every time I hit that thing, I get all my energy back. So that's why you're able to...
Wait, even just like that door there, you would have had to restart?
If you touch anything. If I touch the ground here. So it's rather generous with the checkpointing as far as if you hit the environment. But like this whole time, this is going to go for a minute. If I touch that red at all, you restart from the beginning. And there now, it's very long. So yeah, it's got that. It's got it so that every time you attempt a boss, if you fail, that boss will lose a little more health. Up to a certain point, it's like maybe a quarter of their health.
That's like a little accessibility thing. Like
yeah, it's got that, and there's one more that I don't remember. So
either way, the game looks really cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's in Game Pass.
Yeah.
Play Anywhere. Another focused entertainment one, which is Play Anywhere. For them is new. They've only just started doing it, but like everything from them that's coming to Game Pass now just is converting to Play Anywhere, which is really nice.
It's worth mentioning as well that these are the same developers that did Shady Part of Me, which is just leaving Game Pass at the end of the month.
That was one of like
the shadow,
the shadow thing where you're going.
But what a glow up! Like the art style for Mio is exceptionally good. Like genuinely gorgeous. So kudos to those guys.
That's actually kind of. I just put that game on for my niece like a couple of weeks ago, and like she was having fun with it. That's them. That's
Tom Henderson. Jump. This is some typical journo gameplay slop. Says the guy who could not be more wrong about Ubisoft lately.
Yeah,
he got called out today by Shinobi and Nate.
Person's gonna get shadow dropped.
But not even that. Today's is from Shinobi and Nate saying like, no, the Watch Dogs franchise isn't dead after Tom had said it was dead. And Nate was like, wow, this
he's
guy's been
getting
so wrong.
out.
This guy's been
Ubisoft
so wrong lately.
and- I mean, they've always hated internet gaming anyways, right? Maybe there's a guy like a false
We're the
info
insiders.
I
leader.
wouldn't worry about it because what they don't realize, what they don't truly understand is that Tom Henderson is actually the biggest game journalist in the world. So,
Yeah, he's 17 feet tall.
yeah, like, can't even see the top of his head.
The other thing,
Yeah.
other review I did was Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven DLC.
Yeah, you paid the DLC.
Yep, a DLC that's about as big as the main game, which is good
fun.
because it's $17 and the main game's $25. But yeah, so essentially, once you have gotten to just the end game, so there's 4 bishops and a boss. As long as you've killed the 4 bishops in the main game, which takes a long time, like 15, 20 hours, this opens up. There's a totem. You give it some items from each of the 4 areas that the bishops were from, and it opens up this whole new path, this whole new village to level up that is just enormous. And it was like 15, 20 hours going through, and there was still side stuff I could have done a lot more of. And it's really good. Cult of the Lamb is amazing. It's in PS Plus, so that's probably why it's not in Game Pass, if I had to guess, because Devolver likes taking money once they can get it.
Was it ever on Game Pass?
Nope, never been in Game Pass, not playing anywhere, sadly.
I like to review.
Yeah, because it's Cult of the Lamb's awesome, and this expansion, which took, I did not realize how many years it took. It's been like 4, 5.
Yeah.
Is very, very well made. The end.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I will hopefully get to it sometime this year.
You will
Maybe. It's hard. Yeah.
It's like I'm sitting here like I'm panicking already about video games when I finish. But I have a lot of flights coming up, and I've got a lot of single players saved up for those flights, and I'm just hoping that I can.
Speaking of flights, really quick, bit of a tangent. I finally watched the movie where the "You Had Me at Hello" line came from.
Oh my god! Really? You've never seen Jerry Maguire?
I'd never seen it before. I'm like, hey, let me.
Show
and then I'm like,
me the way.
all these lines start coming up. Help me, help you. Show me the money. I'm like, what? From this movie? It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, the line I always steal from that film when anyone asks me, and I've had like, hey, what's it like, doing this, and like a joke I always used to make when someone says, like, especially considering all of Xbox's moves over the last 1 to 2 years. How's it been covering Xbox? And I'm like, it's a pride-swallowing siege from which I will never truly recover, which is what Tom Cruise says to Cuba Gooding Jr. About representing him.
Yeah.
Representing you is a pride-swallowing siege I'll never truly recover. I always use that line because it always makes me smile. But go figure.
That's funny.
I've been playing a medley of things this week. I've been playing a thing I can't talk about that goes vroom. I have been playing a Steam early access game that dropped into our mailbox with, hey, check out this early access game. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. And I was like, okay, I will do that. And that's called Blade Song, which is you are a blacksmith and you're making swords. And at first, I thought it was just I'm making swords. And it has a creative mode and you can turn off all of the story and leveling mechanics and just make stuff and just drag your mouse and make cool shapes out of all the metal and all that jazz. But the actual main campaign is a text-driven RPG
That's really cool.
where you enter the camp and children are starving. What do you want to do? And it gives you choices and you click and you can go and investigate and you can make choices and it's quite engaging, and I had quite a good time with it. And the blacksmithing is quite zen-like and fun to do. So I feel like the developers have got a neat little idea there that I've not seen before. I don't think there's been a sword-making sim, to my knowledge. It's very cool, quite unique. So if you're interested in any way, shape, or form, it's out on Steam only for now in early access. Doesn't support controller, so you will need a mouse and keyboard if any of you are sitting there with your Xbox ROG allies and thinking, oh, I want to get that. I have been playing, as I said at the beginning of the show, Kat's been getting into Forza Horizon, so I ended up downloading it again and I realised I had the Rally Adventures DLC that I'd never played, and suddenly I'm back in it and I'm playing it on this 240 hertz monitor in ultra wide. Everything is set to extreme and I'm just like, this is gorgeous. I cannot wait to see how good FH6 looks on this screen. I have been replaying, even though I'm meant to be trying to complete new video games out of my backlog, I got into replaying Portal 2 because it's one of the greatest comedy type games I think has ever been.
Are you playing the solo one or the multiplayer one?
The solo. I tried getting Kat to play Portal and she's just like, no, I don't get it. My brain, and she just noped out. She was like, no, my brain does not understand. I was like, it's portals, like, no, she just noped out. But yeah, man, you go back and like, it still looks good enough today. Do you know what I mean? Like, it still looks absolutely great, and mostly because of the way the art style works and everything. But I know it's had a few updates from Valve in terms of how Source runs. But also, I can play that thing for like 4 hours, and it barely uses any battery on the
really?
RNG. Yeah, like I can't give you exact figures, but I swear at one point I've been playing for like 2 hours from 100% charge, and I looked and I was on like 86%. I'm like,
wow,
and it's running 1080p high at a lock 60 FPS. I'm like, this is great, actually. So I've been enjoying playing through that and laughing at the performances, etc. And just what a cool game it was. And then the last thing I've been playing is I had a quick go on G Rebels. I did a video for our patrons, which I'm sure Jesse might show some footage of very, very briefly. This is a G Police. Do you remember G Police from the PS1 era? You might be a bit young, to be honest, Aarsal, because you're a young whippersnapper.
No, not at all.
No, yeah. So G Police was like you were flying like a really heavy moving kind of helicopter meets gunship. And G Rebels is a spiritual successor where you are flying around in a Skyblade like this across a massive mega city, Blade Runner style, and you are like scanning traffic, and you're kind of like, you're not the police, but you're like working for a corporation that can dish out justice, I guess, of your own volition. Controls really well, feels really good to play, looks gorgeous, is pretty nifty. If you're a Patreon member, there is a Patreon Peeps episode available for you exclusively on Patreon. You can go and check it out if you want to see what I think. But the full game, it's in early access. It's a demo right now. It's not in early access. Telling lies, but it's just them listening to feedback and giving players another go at it. So curious to see what you think. You can go download the demo right now on Steam. Looks nifty. I was impressed. I love a good space combat game. So yeah, that's everything. That's everything I've been playing.
You haven't played King Domino?
I haven't played King Domino, no. Fairy Empire has, at long last. Finally.
Oh, right. Really? And we got something up?
Yeah, it's done. Okay. It's done.
For anyone wondering, we got it from a website that was very curious why we hadn't covered it on the website yet. When we got the button.
Yeah, we were like, Fairy was moving house. He was a busy man. I do want to call out one other thing for, especially for handheld users here. As we all know, I reviewed these late last year. These are the X-Real ones. They are screens in glasses. You can plug them into your Xbox Ally or your phone or anything really, tablet, and you can have a personal cinema screen wherever you are. It's pretty cool. They look pretty goofy when they're on, but not too goofy that you wouldn't feel comfortable like wearing them on a plane and not worrying about it. Now, I got a DM from the CEO, the lovely Ralph, on Twitter yesterday. It was like, hey, heads up, you might want to check out the new update. And I did check out the new update. You can plug this in, go on their website and update the firmware on these. These now can turn anything I watch on them, including games, into actual 3D films and movies and vision, which blew me away. So I loaded up Avatar in 2D.
Yeah.
Put them through this. I'm watching Avatar in 3D like I was at the cinema. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I can do it with any movie. So then I loaded up Portal 2, an old game, because obviously there's two screens here. They have to run at a high frame rate, a little bit choppy, but instead of I'm looking at a 2D image representing a 3D space, there is actual, I can't show you obviously, but there's actual depth. And this was just a free update. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Now every movie I can watch in 3D if I want, which I thought was genuinely cool. So if you have a pair of these, and I recommend if you play your handheld a lot or you travel a lot, I would get some because they're really nifty. You've got a free update where you can now watch 3D movies wherever you want.
I really feel like those things are like you got to like use it to really kind of like believe it.
Yeah, until you've tried it, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is really like it's changed flying for me, like in its entirety, because you can zone out. They've got speakers. You can put on your Bluetooth. You can put the glasses on. You can dim the whole plane like you're in a cinema all by yourself, and you've just got the screen.
What are they called?
They're called X-Real ones, and I genuinely, of all the cool tech, they're the ones that surprise me more often.
How's
than
like the
not.
battery life on them?
Well, there is no battery life. They plug into whatever device you're running. They are a monitor in glass form, and you just plug them in with USB-C.
That's
so it can
awesome.
plug into a phone, plug into your Xbox Ally, and act as a screen. So it turns the screen off for the Ally. So that's no real big difference.
For laptops and PCs, it has to be a USB-C with DisplayPort.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you have to get an adapter to make it work with the Switch 2. I'm not sure. But very cool.
Well, yeah, it would probably have to go into the HDMI port on the back of the actual dock.
Yeah, because their dock does some funny things with their display. You can't
just use you have to go through the dock to get video out.
But if you ever bump into me at an event or anything like that, and you want to have a go and you're curious, I usually have them on me, so you can just ask. They are expensive, but I think the X-Real One Pros are on a special offer down to like $500, but they were on a bet sale during like Amazon Black Friday. So if you missed out on that, wait a while.
Also, this tech clearly is new. I'm sure it'll get worked on as the years progress.
Yeah, they've shown new versions already that are.
Yeah. I think this update just came out at CES, and now they've pushed it and deployed it to all active units. So you just have to go in and update it, and boom, 3D.
Biggest journalist in gaming bought a knockoff version. What the heck?
Nerd. All right, it's time. We've had a fun week.
Time
Xbox
for some ads.
Put on the Developer Direct. Oh, okay. Let's do that instead.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna grab a drink really quick too, so I'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
This is Console Wars, the card game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now. This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. We are back. Thank you for sticking around. As a reminder to everybody watching, yes, Xbox Era is entirely supported by you guys. So big thank you to everyone that does support us. If you'd like to support us directly, head to patreon.com/XboxEra. And we're now going to talk about the biggest news of the week, which is the Xbox Developer Direct of 2026, where we got a great look at Forza Horizon 6, Kiln, which was the surprise that was ruined by every other outlet out there,
Tom.
And Fable and Beast of Reincarnation. Where do you guys want to start here? I
should
feel
go
like
in
we
the-
start in the order in which they were shown.
I'm
You think
just going to
that
start
feels
playing
smart?
the show, and then we can
We
talk
can
about it
dart
for
around.
52
Makes sense,
minutes
yeah.
and 48 seconds.
Yeah. So, Forza Horizon 6, for the record, I called the order out before the show, and I was absolutely 100% correct. Feel good about that. Forza Horizon 6, a known quantity, kicked off the developer direct this week. And what can we say? Playground Games have done it again. Looks phenomenal, sounds phenomenal.
I don't know if we caught it or we talked about it at the time, but they're bringing back the Forza Horizon 1 progression system.
Yeah,
the
wristbands. Yeah. The
So that's
progression
awesome.
was the biggest thing for like the longtime fans of the series who really I really liked 1 and the way 1 worked, because this is very much not a hey, everything's hippity doo Horizon festival.
You're a superstar.
Like the festival stuff in 1 was very muted. 2 is a little bigger. 3 it started to get a little annoying. 4 it was atrocious, and 5 it was almost as bad. Like just for being cringy.
Yeah.
This seems more respectful, which I think is pretty typical for when you go to Japan, where it's less, "Ooh, look at me, I'm a big Western man," and it's much more the car culture mixed with the actual culture.
Bow deeper.
Yeah.
But no, it's in general, I think it's a good thing overall. Like,
I loaded up my Forza Horizon 5 save and selected to Kat. Because obviously I've got like dozens and dozens of hours into that game, and she just saw my map, and it was just, it was like someone throwing up on it, you know. She was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, this is my one criticism, if I had any, of the way that the recent modern Forza Horizons have worked, is that they overwhelm you a little bit.
They don't as early. So in 4, with 4 right away, you were just completely map spammed. But in 5, if yours is full, it's because you've played it a lot and you've unlocked a lot. Like you had to actually make it look ridiculous.
Like initially, it's like unlock like 2 or 3, and then like, oh, pick one of these 3 events. But then it kind of just keeps unlocking 2 and 3 and 2 and 3, and then.
And it's, if you've been playing and keeping up with it, it doesn't feel overwhelming until that one time you finally zoom all the way out, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
What?
Sometimes it's definitely iffy. Like I remember, I literally dropped Assassin's Creed Origins because like I'm playing it, played like 3-4 hours, I'm liking it. I open the map, and then I'm like, I can zoom out. I zoom out, and I'm like, okay.
You don't have to go to most of it. So most of it's optional.
I realized that later.
Yeah,
so I should go back and play it.
The golden path in Assassin's Creed Shadows is like 20 hours if you just really want to focus on it. Like, but you can play for 120 hours if you want to do everything that you can find.
Shadows, I'm still waiting for it. I'm gonna sell on Xbox and purchase that because I want every flipping AC on Xbox. I might as well grab it on there too. Actually, it might come to Game Pass in like 6 months.
You never know. There's a ton of cool little tidbits of information that, funnily enough, Kat put together everything we know about Forza Horizon 6. We know that there's a link in the chat if you want to have a read and have a look at some screenshots. But we know that there's going to be 30 FPS and 60 FPS performance mode for the game, even on the Series X. So clearly, I wonder if they're going to restrict like ray tracing and things like that to the 30 mode.
What they were showing there must have been PC because it would look like it had ray tracing at 60.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
But it also goes
They're
down
probably
to
like limited ray tracing, I think.
It goes down to a 1650 Ti for the minimum. Like a really old
they're very
GPU
well
PC.
optimized games.
Video games these days don't just turn ray tracing off anymore. I feel like even like Doom, Dark Ages had ray tracing on. I
If
think,
they're
right?
built
Just commanded by default.
directly into the engine at that point, which I don't know if they talked about it fully yet. Like if it maybe it was just built in there and it is the only solution. Because that was what people were always sold on for ray tracing is that it will make artists and game developers' lives easier once it's the default.
Yeah.
But the hardware couldn't handle it. So they still had to do all the baked-in stuff and the ray tracing, and so then you're splitting your time.
Had not reflections at 60, but it had some kind of ray tracing at 60, right? Was it just the global illumination or
on
there's something
Series
like
X?
On Series X, I swear I thought there was like some.
It
elements of
has ray tracing in the Forza Vista mode when you go and
what I'm thinking of?
inspect the cars.
PC
I don't
has
think there's
ray
ever
tracing.
any in the game.
Yeah, only on PC.
console. Yeah. Because I remember that Digital Foundry made a big hoo-ha about it because they showed the trailer for Hot Wheels and they said captured on Xbox Series X, but then in the intro and the gameplay shown, it had ray tracing on the cars, and they were like, that's not in the game. So they got all grumbly, and I'm like, okay, like, it's not that big a deal. But Forza Horizon 6 is split into districts. There's suburbs dotted on the outskirts of Tokyo. There's docks. There's city areas, industrial areas, and obviously countryside and all sorts of things to drive around in. There's a downtown area.
And it looks like a city. It looks like something you'd see in a Project Gotham.
Like a Need for Speed game, or
I might be wrong, but it really felt like when they were talking about it that there's like this island they've made that's the main thing, and so it's not like they're chopping up the country into these
Championship
weird
Island or something like that.
Legend Island.
Because I do imagine a big thing about being in Japan is being respectful of areas and history, and I'm curious if you can go anywhere near Mount Fuji or certain historical sites and stuff, like, because you can have the whole of Japan.
Are you asking if we can drive a car through a shrine, Jesse? Is that what you're kind of?
I'm gonna guess the answer is absolutely
I bet you
no.
can't.
Which is why they made a fictitious island that will be a thing they can, or an empty island that they can just set up as the festival area.
You've got the thingy gates, right? I can't remember what they're called.
Torii gates, yeah.
Torii gates, like. I'm picturing Forza Horizon, you're just like mowing down cactuses and telegraph poles. I'm betting you won't be able to bust through any Torii gates.
They will have an invisible wall nowhere near them, so you can't even get close, because you couldn't climb them in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Weren't allowed.
Yeah. So.
Or they just like those poles in the old Need for Speed games. You better not hit them. You're gonna have a bad day. You hit one of those things.
Don't hit them. They've also said, yes, seasons will be returning, so you can get autumn, winter, summer, and spring. They'd collaborated with a Japanese cultural consultant, as well as artists and voiceover talent, to ensure authenticity and accurate showcasing.
They still need the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift song.
Yeah, for sure, it's coming eventually.
I'm sure it'll be in there.
That's actually probably my big complaint. Not complaint, but like, the one trailer we have of the game that isn't like the presentation, it's kind of it's not a good trailer. The music's not that good.
Normally their trailers are absolutely banging, and their current gameplay teaser trailer that isn't this lengthy.
It's like 48 seconds long, and it's just
Yeah, like I chopped out over 6 minutes of gameplay from this presentation, yet their own trailer was like really short.
Very weird. Maybe they just wasn't ready, because they always have like some of the best. That Forza Horizon 4 trailer to this day is one of my favorite trailers of all time.
Good.
Like,
so good.
Holy crap!
Out in May, the leak was real.
Yep.
We weren't liars.
Your leak.
Yeah, well, not my leak.
Your tangent leak.
Was it Forza Infinity or something? Xbox Infinity in the Saudi Arabia and Middle East. I forget.
Yeah.
There was a build for people who are influencers who have a different build of the game of Forza Horizon 5, which had an advertisement for 6 coming out on May 19th with early access for May 14th if you buy the $120 premium edition. If you want to upgrade as a Game Pass member, it is $10 more this time, just like the base game is. It is $60 to upgrade. People seem to forget that 60 sucks, but it was 50 for Forza Horizon 5. It wasn't 30 like the other games are, but that's because you get 2 very big expansions and a fuck ton of cars.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think this year I will not fall into my FOMO just because I'll have too much to play. So I'll probably play the game at launch. I say this, but
play the game at launch. Yep. Like, absolutely. Like, there's the one good thing, and like Jesse and I have talked about this before, like we talk about like scheduling reviews, and we know like, for example, if there's a game both of us want to play, we hope to God we get multiple codes, because we know that if one of us gets it and one of us doesn't, by the time the actual release date rolls out, the next thing to review is in, and it might be on one of us. And that means that suddenly, well, okay, that's going to have to go on the backlog. And then before you know it, see you in December.
Never touched. And it's like, and plus we can do better coverage if we both get to play something.
It makes it a little iffy, not iffy, but it makes it a little weird when we go in for our end of the year list, and it's like, oh crap, well, I haven't had the time to play everything that. That's why I prioritize Doom and Avowed. I'm like, these are Xbox games I know our team has played. I gotta play them before I do my list, right? Like,
it's funny actually on the Game of the Year list. Slight tangent, but there was a thread on a video game forum that none of us really like, where they were collecting all of the Game of the Year stuff.
Forum.xboxera.com.
They refused to allow our Game of the Year list because we omit a platform.
Yeah, we don't.
We didn't have any PlayStation games.
Yote was totally in my list. It didn't end up making it into the top 10 because
I was going to say that, but I didn't bother commenting or anything.
Mario Kart World was in our list. Like, people voted for games that were anywhere. It wasn't an Xbox list.
Yeah, it's very silly. But yeah, we also, we predominantly cover Xbox, so that's understandable.
Listen, it's not our problem that Sony flipping released 2 video games last year, and both are sequels to giant games.
I would have loved
That's
to
not our
play
fault.
Yote, but I didn't have this PS5 at the time, nor was I going to buy it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the time.
Other big things in Forza Horizon 6, the estate. This really surprised me. So I was like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
A massive area where you can build on the land within this empty mountain valley, and you can build anything you want. And the constructions you build are permanent, and they'll be seen by your friends if they join your game. And this goes beyond the typical go here, buy a house as a fast travel system and have a garage. Now, I do want to talk about one thing. In the garage, and I don't know if you can find the garage section, I think it might be before or after the estate, a bike was seen, a motorbike.
Really?
And it's making a lot of people be like, is that just a prop in the garage? Or
And there's bicycles.
is there a surprise coming where they're putting bikes into Forza Horizon for the very first time?
Where's
I
our
can't
bike?
remember where
I mean,
it is. It's in one of the
back
garage
here?
shots.
Right here?
Yeah, I think is there a bike there on the drive? I can't remember.
So it's above this middle car. It looks like there's
There's a
something.
bicycle under 150, but that's probably not what you're talking about.
No, there.
no, I'm talking about
So, you can't see so directly above the middle car, there's handlebars,
Yes,
and there's a
yeah.
wheel.
Yeah.
You can see the
bike,
wheel
right?
through the window.
Yeah, I see that too.
Hold on, I don't
And
have.
it's like
So-
hidden, which makes me think probably this is like on purpose.
Is this like a little tease?
There you go. Now you can see my
'cause-
cursor right here.
Why not put bikes into Forza Horizon 5?
Yeah.
Like-
Horizon 5 added something, right? That the other games didn't have? Was it like a rally car? No, not a car. Something small. Buggies? Did the previous
No,
ones
it
have that?
added like some weird 3-wheel car.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. So they clearly they're able to.
Yeah. But I I've seen people discussing it. I mean, I think it sounds like a great idea if they did, because there's a whole other culture that could be brought into this world.
And this might just be talking completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure Japan either has or had pretty strong bike culture for a while too.
I took a
maybe.
screenshot and zoomed in. Could be a bike. Definitely looks like one. Right above the car.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that seat straight up looks like, or
and
not the seat. the back of
you
the
can see
bike
the
thing.
bike wheel right there.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe. But it looks great, and I love the idea of the estate. I love the idea of being able to like build something.
that's clearly a seat.
They're gonna get me.
That's clearly a seat. Once the video keeps going a bit, it clearly shows a
And
seat.
it definitely feels like they're trying to make it a little easier again for people to play together, because it could be a little bit of a pain in 4 and 5. And it
You
is
guys think,
cross progression everywhere.
Multiplayer's going to be busted again at launch, like every from the Horizon game that comes out.
Yep, they're too big. They're too big to make work. Right, it's just going to happen.
You just have to be prepared for dealing with hiccups at launch. But this is the previous game in the series was played by over 50 million people.
Hello, Nick. Nick thinks this game doesn't look that. He's surprised it didn't look better graphically because he's Nick. He still prefers
Nick
Gran
and
Turismo
weird
lighting.
takes, man.
Got a super
Nick
chat.
and weird takes. We do. Super chat from DeResonate said, wouldn't it be great if your garage in Forza Horizon 6 borrowed from Project Gotham Racing and had an arcade machine in the corner? Geometry Wars 4. It looks like it does from the pics. I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool if you could get out and walk around your garage as your character.
You could floss and do the gritty and everything just like in 5.
Yeah, and they could add some emotes and
Do you guys think there's any like collaborative effort more than just surface level between like the two games in terms of Forza Horizon 6 specifically?
I think the city stuff and a lot of that, like they probably just nicked a lot of that from Forza Motorsport.
That makes sense. No. Sorry, I meant from the Fable team and the Horizon team. Because like
probably
walking around,
it's the same engine, which is phenomenal. Like and I love that they stuck with it because, and when Ralph Fulton talked about, and we'll talk about Fable later, but they basically were like, we know how to do open world games really, really well. Like we know how to do all the streaming technology and so it gives me high hopes. But we'll talk about Fable in a sec. Like nutshell, 550 cars at launch in Forza Horizon 6. Most, I think, at launch ever.
Most at launch,
Yeah.
New livery options. You can put stuff on like the windows
Decal
now.
stickers. Yeah, window stickers. I love that.
Cosmetic tire wear. We've got the cover car, which is the 2025 GR GT prototype.
Nick hasn't got to watch it in 4K. I can understand that. It really
hasn't?
pops in 4K. He's on vacation.
Yeah, it is phenomenal to look at. It is absolutely unreal.
And the building, you can now build co-op and anywhere with the whole building system.
That's really interesting.
That was the biggest problem with 5 was it was
anywhere they mean like anywhere, right? Like that's kind of.
Bye, Nick.
I love this trend of devs is being like, you know what, screw it, here, you do it. Like you really want to just flip in, here you go, man. We have the tools, you have the tools now, have fun.
Is the future.
Yeah, UCG.
Yeah, they've talked about car meets players will be able to show off their cars, download and trade liveries, all supported by crossplay. It's got cross progression and cross save with Steam, not PlayStation.
Okay.
So, and it's obviously Xbox Play Anywhere.
Indiana Jones has
it's just a lot.
Cross save between Xbox and PlayStation. You could log into Xbox and Indiana Jones and get your save in achievement.
Yeah, I think. But they built it. I don't think this one does. Apparently.
Well, that actually I didn't put it in the news, but that was one of the updates. Is the cross save and cross play thing is just there now for anyone.
And obviously, we've got this tease at the end with the Gundam coming in, which gives us a hint.
Since teased, it looks like it is not a Gundam because that is no feat that belong to any current Gundam that we know of. So it might just be, as Jesse said, a mech.
A generic
or a transformer.
mech.
It potentially could be because of the wheels there. In fact, it probably is a giant car. Now that I look at those wheels.
Well, maybe we'll find out. But either way, it's cool. I hope there's a Godzilla, crossover of some sort, like where the city area is just being absolutely blown a bit like that would be cool.
Toei is unbelievably picky about Godzilla, and it would then have to be delisted, and it would be limited time. They're really weird because that's what's happened with Dave the Divers DLC with Godzilla. If you don't have it installed on PlayStation, Switch, or PC, you cannot play it anymore.
Wait, are you serious?
Yep.
What? That's
Neon Genesis crossover. Check the logo at the feet.
No, that's not the friggin' NGE. Also, the Evas look completely different. They have actual feet.
Yeah, they're
not like
giant
robots.
creatures. They're not a
yeah.
Like they're bio
That's not the
creatures.
Nerve logo. You're talking about the arrows. That's definitely not the Nerve logo.
Nope.
It'd be cool, super hype if it is. But with a Godzilla movie coming out this year, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some kind of collab.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
minus
possible.
0 or whatever coming out this year.
I
think
think
I
so.
can't remember.
Yeah. I can't believe you guys
-1.
didn't like -1. That still blows my mind.
It was okay.
John not liking it, Jesse. I understand. All right, that's understandable for me.
It was okay. It wasn't like the best fucking movie ever.
Nothing-
It was
no one
good.
said it was.
It was.
It's just a really good
That's
movie
fair.
with Godzilla in it.
Yeah.
Though that is a theater movie for sure too. 100%. 100%.
I watched the Tetris movie again today, which is
that's fun.
underrated and
yeah.
absolutely the best video game movie.
So I mean, it's completely made up.
They took a lot of creative license, but the bones of the story are
It's like
relatively
friggin'
true.
Chernobyl, where it's like, oh, we're gonna take this giant group of 50 people and make it one guy that you root for.
But they did tell you that they did that to represent all
and
of the
Chernobyl was
scientists
really
that helped
good.
him.
Like,
What's
Well,
he say?
it's weird.
no, it
You
was
know,
a
keeping on
great
the
show,
Xbox
but,
aspect,
yeah.
I'd love it if like someone made a movie on like the beginning of Xbox in the style of like Tetris or Air. You know, like that's a really cool story. I'm not gonna lie. Just the origin of the
Ron
original console.
Perlman as Seamus Blackley.
Hey, did you know he only got paid $20 in a sandwich for his voiceover for the first Fallout?
$40.
game?
I'll have you
40
know, in a
bucks.
sandwich.
$40 in a sandwich. All right.
I mean, back then I
But the
believe
first voiceover in Fallout.
it. Yeah. All the other ones, I'm sure he's been paid pretty well.
But Forza Horizon 6, it's out on May 15th for everyone that's going to pony up the extra money, which is probably everybody watching. May 19th, Game Pass, obviously, for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers and everywhere else. Not coming to PS5 on day one, but a little bit later
Then
down
turned
the road.
into a controversy online where people are like, wow, they can't even get their ports ready. They're embarrassed
Make up your mind,
by
guys.
it.
You
I'm like,
want them? You don't want them.
well, no,
Pick one.
it was so-
Xbox games suck, but why isn't this one ready?
Craig Duncan had
get a grip.
Craig Duncan had an interview, and he's like, "Yeah, sometimes." Essentially, he said, "Sometimes things aren't ready."
Yeah,
And people are like,
literally the argument and conversation we've had previously on this show where we're like, yeah, the reason that you'll see some games, some teams are multi-platform teams and they're able to ramp that up, and sometimes they're not.
I'm going to load this
Also,
insider gaming story up. Xbox Game Studios head admits inconsistency in multi-platform release strategy.
Tom Slayer. Honestly, okay, it's releasing in May. That alone should have been enough to tell you, yes, the PS5 Pro will come later. That's simple.
Yeah,
they directly said that in September.
Yeah, they already told us all of this. It's a weird one, but it looks fantastic. It's going to be crazy, and it's out relatively soon in the grand scheme of things. 4 months,
and I'm going to take the review.
That's crazy. 4 months. Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, it looks so pretty. Yeah,
We'll be finishing up the review as we're planning and scheduling Summer Games Fest. Hopefully.
Yeah, and no, straight up, you guys should be like, you should keep up with Xbox and be like, hey, if you have any kind of like launch parties, keep XboxEra in mind.
Oh, maybe a party.
That is totally a thing.
We wouldn't get into preview events, but we'll get into parties sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. No, but like, for example, I know someone who, from a Canadian outlet, was invited and paid for and everything for the Assassin's Creed Shadows launch party, where they just took like a bunch of people to Japan for like 5 days.
North American PR's got all the money.
Yeah, we don't get that over here, like not in the UK. But I'm hopeful because Playground
it's a UK
Games
studio,
is a UK studio, and they've got a double whammy this year. I'm right here, guys. I can take a train. I'm nice and cheap. I'll sleep in a bin. I don't mind. Just let me go and play these things and report back for the community because I want to.
Do you think I can say like where people what ethnicities I saw at the preview, or am I not allowed to say that?
What? The other outlets you saw there?
I think that's
not the outlets, but like the ethnicities of people I saw at the Highguard preview.
No idea.
I probably can.
It felt international. How's that?
I saw some Korean people. I saw some Japanese people. I saw some German and European people. There were a lot of people there.
Yep. A lot of money.
That's good.
A lot of money behind that event, I'd imagine.
Anyways, yes.
In LA.
Forza Horizon. Oh, that's a great article, by the way. The whole the estate, moving it like from filled, not filled. That's awesome. Love that.
Yeah. Kat had never seen that functionality. I was like, look what I can do.
We got a super tip from GOC, Good Old Collingwood. Do folks think Forza Horizon 6 will be PSVR 2 ready? No.
No. PSVR 2 is dead, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing PC VR, but they didn't say that.
No, isn't PSVR 2 dead? Like pretty much? They did something.
There's still games coming up.
They know something.
They don't.
No,
I
it's
doubt
not dead.
they don't make many, if any, of them anymore. But
no, something happened about it where I'm like, oh, they clearly don't care about it anymore.
It was $150 online.
Did they fire their internal developers or something? Or something happened to it where I'm like,
they haven't put any games out, and it was like $150, and they put it on PC with an adapter, and they're just not making anything for it.
I swear there was something that like. But yeah, okay.
So that was Forza Horizon 6. Yay.
Oh, Beat Saber left PSVR 2. Yeah, that's why I'm essentially saying it's dead, because that is like the premier app for VR. And if that's leaving, it's over. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next up, Beast of Reincarnation. Now, I have an admission to make in that I was so busy writing up Forza Horizon 6 for the website that I barely saw any of this. So, obviously, Jesse leaves just as I'm about to say, so you two, take it away. Beast of Reincarnation. What's going on with Game Freak's game here? Because, I barely paid attention to it, which is and I do feel, randomly just before we get into it, a bit mean. I'm a bit sorry for them a little bit because they've kind of Fable and Forza have taken up so much of the air in the room that there's not a huge number of people talking about Beast of Reincarnation.
You know what? I feel the opposite. Where I think a game like this, if it was just released randomly as a trailer, people are like, oh, Game Freak, and a game that looks like any Souls, like whatever. But because it was sandwiched between these two sweetened, sparkling water.
Strawberry kiwi, it's amazing.
Yeah. But because it's sandwiched between these two games people really wanted to see, like I saw a bunch of reactions. I've already seen like 4 or 5 reactions to the show, and like this came in, and people are like, "Oh, this actually looks really cool." And I don't think they would have watched any original trailer for it or a 12-minute VTOC.
It wasn't sandwiched between Fortnite and GTA 6. Like I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it gets elevated. That being said, you're right. It's not people paying attention.
It's not making nearly as much waves afterwards, but a lot of people watch this stuff live, and I think it helped with that a fair bit.
And it'll probably be at the June showcase again with its release date trailer because they said summer.
Yep.
Looks amazing. Yeah. Looks like a mix of hack and slash, Lock-on action does not look like a Souls-like that much. It might have a Souls mechanic and stuff like that, but it's fast, more focused on parries, could be more Sekiro-like, but mixed with the active combat of Final Fantasy VII, which is given a little bit of Final Fantasy VII remake with a little bit of the Expedition 33 salsa added on there with the having to press A
a few times in certain combos. You can kind of tell who was paying attention during reaction streams for this game is when that shows, and if people didn't react, it's like, oh, they're clearly not paying attention. But a lot of people were like, wait, what the heck is that? Suddenly I'm really
Game Freak, and it looks good. Well, it's Game Freak working with other studios and having 6 years to make this instead of the very short time frames and very tiny budgets they normally get with Pokemon.
I like that they're not shying away from being like, yeah, we make Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's just like them going like, oh, this is Pokemon's whatever. This is our new thing. They're embracing all of it. I really like that. Like,
and the character designs, if you think they look cool and you like Nier Automata, I think it was the same guy for both games, and that's why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The monsters are really nifty, like all of the, because it's all like she's got the power to control plant life, right?
So there's a thing called the
so
Blight, and it's like this parasitic plant life, and she has an ability to seal it away inside her body, as well as the puppy dog, who can also do that, and that's kind of why they end up together. But you can control.
Watching a reaction, it's like there's always a blight, and they're right.
There is always a fucking blight. This is a sickness has struck the land.
But this is the year. This is set in the year 4026. It is exactly 2,000 years in the future. So it's post apocalypse.
Yeah. Just like Wheel of Time era kind of crap. Oh my god, I was gonna say something. I forgot it. Keep going, Jesse.
I'm gonna answer Anorexic in the chat. He says, "Hey everyone, what does this thumbs up button do? What happens when I press it? More people can come watch the show, and it tells YouTube. It tells your YouTube algorithm. By the way, thumbs down doesn't hurt the channel. It actually helps the channel. In case you were wondering,
damn,
don't tell us that.
It's all, but all it does, it means you go lower in the algorithm for seeing people or higher if you thumbs.
I may have thumbed down a video or two in the past couple of days.
They want watch time more than anything. Just don't watch a lot.
Beast Incarnation looks really cool. Pokemon. God damn it! What was I gonna say? Whatever. It looks cool.
It does look
Game
cool.
Pass.
And it is Game Pass day one.
It's interesting.
It's on every other platform day one as well.
Yep.
So,
Not Switch 2, I think.
No, they were asked about it, and it's like not at the moment, but we're still in the era of people haven't had Switch 2 dev kits because Nintendo really wanted Switch 1 games, and this is maybe Unreal Engine 5. I don't know if they've said. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I don't think Unreal Engine 5 is working great on Switch 2. Like, they still don't have Borderlands 4 on there.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. It's not related to Beast Incarnation. But I was reminded again when I was watching the VDoc that the Japanese don't call Pokemon Pokemon, right? They call it by the full name Pocket Monster, right? Every single time it just translates. That always surprises me. Where'd the E with the accent come from then? Did you just take it from French? Like who translated this?
Pokemon. I have no idea.
Right? Like,
you should Google it.
I probably should, but that's totally an excellent.
This game, for people who like these types of lock-on fighters where it is focused on 1v1, she seems to only have a sword, but a lot of the customization comes in your spirit stone choices and various upgrade paths. It is just the female protagonist, Emma, with the puppy dog, Ku. And you would have heard the name Emma and Ku said about 50 times in this video.
One dog, one human. Human? I don't remember what the other word.
One dog, one person, I think is what it was.
Person. Okay, yes.
And they got the spell abilities where you slow down combat around you as you parry, you gain. And also, this game has easy mode, so they're not trying to be a hard Souls like.
Oh, nice.
It's got a story mode. It's got normal, hard. As you parry, you build up a meter. You use that meter for using spells. It looks very fun. There's voice acting. First time Game Freak's had that I can think of. Because Pokemon still has never had it.
Yeah. Well, technically, the Pokemon themselves are voice acted. Technically.
No human voiceovers ever in there.
Okay, fair.
I want to call it out. Apparently, Storg007 in the chat says, I was wrong. I'm wrong. Forza Horizon 6 is cross-save with PS5.
Yeah,
it's
cross-save
across all platforms. Sorry if this has already been said.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I thought it was that it didn't have PS5 to Steam.
No, they pointed out that
it
was for the first time to Steam.
Okay.
Because it hadn't.
I apologize for my error.
Because I think they have
Just
that system now for your Microsoft account to be anywhere.
Through Steam.
Yeah.
You think this game breaks through the haze of the deluge of games that release constantly? You know what I mean?
Did Wuchang?
I hope so
I think
for them.
Wuchang did all right. But being Game Freak, it's gonna immediately get more attention from people who cover games, which I think Wuchang in America struggled with. But I think like in China, Wuchang had it. I'm curious about Japan because it'll be like, hey, Game Freak making something new. I love that Pokemon stuff. Oh shit, it's not on my Switch.
Yeah.
They finally make a really good-looking game after making dozens and dozens of Nintendo onlys, and this one's not on the Switch.
But you know what? You give and you take, Jesse, because we also have a really good-looking game released only on the goddamn Switch too for some reason. So you know, you win some, you lose some. FromSoft, what are you guys doing? That's all I got to say.
I don't know.
Anyways,
it's gonna be
actually, you're right. Honestly, it didn't look that good. No. It didn't look that good.
Yeah, Duskbloods is a weird one.
Yeah, definitely getting Princess Mononoke vibes with the visuals as well. I want to say. If you guys have not seen that movie recently, it is a fantastic movie and worth watching. And the original title is better than the one title Disney forced them to do. That's all I'm saying.
What was the original?
Legend of Akishita. The
was
main
that
character's
Disney
name.
or was that Harvey Weinstein in Mirror?
Right.
I thought
No, apparently it was. I looked into it. It's like they were releasing it with Disney in the West, and they say, "Oh, you have a princess character. We do princesses, so make it title princess." She shows up like 45 minutes into the movie, bro, and she's one of two central female characters. Like, there's another one that gets almost as much screen time as she does.
Yeah,
it's not their movie. Whatever. Good movie.
Fair enough.
It will be interesting.
You say it
with the way reviews work, because Lies of P is as good, I think, as pretty much anything From Software has done before Elden Ring, but it didn't score anywhere near that.
Review scores are so stupid, man. Like when I played Bo, I flipping loved it. But a big part of that was because I went in literally randomly. We saw an email saying, "Hey, you want to play this game?" I'm like, sure, I'll check it out. And I flipping loved it.
Yeah.
So I gave it a really high score because I was feeling really high on it. And then I'm scoring Silksong, and I'm like, but should I give it a higher score? Like, I love it, and I love it better than Bo. Should I give it a higher score than Bo then? You know what I mean? Like, the scores, I just hate it. I hate the system so much.
We also go too high.
People like the unfortunate reality is that even people here will be like, "Oh, 7 is mean."
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah. It's not. You got to get that out of your mind. Yep. 7 isn't mean. Like, I've had conversations with developers who are like, "Bro, can you know, like 7's not cool. Like, you know, like it does this, and this," and it's like, well, bro, it is what we think. So,
but did you see the comment on Siberia Remastered in 8.5? To give this masterpiece an 8.5 is like fucking war crime.
What? I did the freaking video for that. The game looks not that good. Anyways,
yeah.
Super chat from Jay Foley.
Yeah, Jay Foley says you can still get the Godzilla DLC for Dave the Diver. It has not yet been delisted. It's just only on Xbox, right?
It came. So I wasn't expecting
a year, whatever.
I wasn't expecting it to be available on Xbox because it was already delisted everywhere else. But it was there when the game launched. So get it. Install it and never uninstall it, because the moment they delist it, you cannot reinstall it if you don't have it currently installed.
But, you know, on the topic of scores really quick, I do agree that obviously like 7 is good. At the same time, I don't think no one actually uses the full 10-point scale. And pretending you do is kind of stupid. If you give a game a 4 to 10, you're like, oh, that's just because it's good, but it's just a little below average. 5 is not average. 5 is never meant average. Not really. You give a game a 4 to 10, you're saying the game's broken. You know what I mean? Like,
I think anything below a 5 is verging into bad territory. But like, reality is like, if you play a game, you're like, yeah, it's fine. That should be a 5. Yeah, it's fine.
Agree and disagree in the sense where very few things are just fine, right?
But like, also when you're talking about scores,
you're like, this is whatever.
You're mixing 10s and 4s and 5s. Like people who use the 10-point system before, like a 2. It's a 2 out of 4. It's fine. Well, that would be that's half. So you got 5 out of 10 when they try and put it on Metacritic.
Those are not the same systems at all, but Metacritic.
Or even a 5-point system is not the same system.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. But yeah, review scores are stupid.
Yes, they are. But yeah, Beasts of Reincarnation looks really good. No release date yet. Out in the summer.
Really quick, speaking of release dates, holy crap, can people stop complaining about lack of hard release dates? What possible benefit, give me a single benefit you as a developer have giving a hard release date 8 months from release? What's the benefit? In the days where no one pre-orders stuff anyways because you don't get a pre-order jack.
When you're going to do all of your marketing 2 weeks, about a week before through about 2 weeks after launch. That's the majority of the marketing.
Like, A window is more than enough. Not giving a hard release date does not mean, oh, they're not confident with the game. Oh, it's going to get delayed again. Flippin' GTA got delayed, what, twice? Had release dates both times, I think. All right?
Yep.
Release dates don't mean jack, guys. Like, oh, tangent over.
Until it's like a month out.
Yes. Yeah, then it's like, okay, guys,
I
please.
don't care.
Please.
And I see Abdul saying price should weigh into score. Price weighs into recommendations. If a game's amazing, exactly. $70 in 4 hours, I'll be like, this game's amazing, but it's $70 and it's 4 hours.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. If it's an actually amazing experience, it might not be worth that for you. But I'm not going to be like, this is $70, but it's like, it shouldn't be. It's so short, but it's also like, but the game is this. Here's how much it costs now. This review's out of date in 3 months anyways.
I only think of price when I'm writing like the conclusion paragraph. And even then, just to kind of mention it, and like, hey, should you get it?
Because like the price goes down on everything within a month to 3 months.
I will admit there are some aspects of, like, for example, people that reviewed Super Lucky's Tale in the same like standard as like Super Mario Odyssey. That kind of irritated me a fair bit. You know what I mean? Like, you do need to.
Studio quality can play into it a bit. Where if someone's punching above their weight, it might be like, if this was a huge company, I'd be shocked at what they're making, and it might be below their norm, but it might be a little above. It's like, this was actually 2 people, and it's $12.
That's one of the reasons why Genghis didn't like FF7 Remake that much is because, like, dude, other studios with smaller budgets have done better remakes. So, like, I was expecting a lot more with this and didn't get it.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. Next up in the Dev Direct barrage was the surprise from Mr. Tim Schafer and the team at Double Fine with multiplayer pottery-based brawler.
Pottery-based party
multiplayer
brawler.
Party pottery-based. Yeah, you can't.
I'm not going to try.
Multiplayer pottery-based. I was trying to remember what the actual words are. Multiplayer pottery-based party brawler.
Yeah, it's that. It's Kiln. Yes, this did leak because people just couldn't help themselves. It's not from Tim Schafer's team,
from this guy, right here.
like led by Tim Schafer at Double Fine. It's led by another one of the team at Double Fine. It's actually born
concept artist
out of there.
Led by someone named Derek Brand. Sorry, just to give him a name, because technically this isn't Schafer's game.
Showed
this
up on
is
screen.
Derek Brand's game. Oh, you're right. Yeah, sorry, I just googled.
There he is.
Yep.
This was part of one of their Fortnite amnesias, where it's a game jam. They stop all work and they just churn out some prototypes and stuff. This was seen, like an early prototype of Kiln was seen back in like 2017. And now here it is. You make a pot, you imbibe it with a spirit, and you go and take it into some Is it 4v4 or is
4v4.
it
the main
4v4 multiplayer
mode,
brawling?
Quenched mode is 4v4.
That sounds quite fun.
You're building little vessels that are meant to pick up water and bring it to the enemy's kiln to put out its fire. You'll need to have big boys to move lots of water and little fighters to protect them and stuff like that. It looks fun. And I imagine
look fun.
90% of the time people play it on Game Pass will be in creating different pots.
Yeah.
Especially if any SOs are playing.
And it is coming to everything
part.
but Switch. Because, again, they probably didn't have any dev kits.
That sucks. I'm sure they'll get a Switch to
They put it, it's listed in the options of things you play on in their beta sign up.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of, I got to sign up for that beta. What do you guys think now that you've had a couple days to sleep on Kiln? The reveal, the full 12 minutes?
I don't have any friends.
I love that Double Fine are being allowed to make whatever the hell they want to make. And I hope that this succeeds for them in some way. But I just can't help but look at the wider industry and just think, I worry, I suppose. And I hate being pessimistic like that because this is such a neat looking game. Look how cool it looks.
Yeah.
And
they give it a lot of
remember when
time.
you just used to play video games for fun?
Yeah,
Wasn't that great? You know, and Double Fine make really fun games. So I'm of two minds. I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. I'm hoping that Microsoft and Xbox actually put a decent event behind it, because multiplayer game, if you want to get good vibes going and positive buzz, you're gonna have to get some people out there in a big preview type session, similar to what you've just experienced with Highguard. Get people playing it and having fun and enjoying the teamwork. And if you don't do that, if you just you've done this video and then here it is, it's out. Well, I feel like it would be sent to die. So Microsoft have got to put their money where their mouths are here a little bit and support Double Fine and actually getting it into the right people's hands to get good coverage and good positive buzz going. But it looks lovely, and I love the idea of actually sitting there and molding all of this stuff. Like, doing that looks really fun. Like, I know that I would spend ages making a perfect pot. A perfect pot.
You know,
when carry water in.
When we were first talking about it, and I'm like, oh, it's a party game, it should be okay. I've actually kind of switched a little bit on there because it has no local play. There's no local multiplayer. It is only online multiplayer.
Oh, no.
I know, which means there's probably no split screen. Actually, I know for a fact there isn't, which means this game will live or die on its online population.
I hope it's P2P and not server-based specific, or at least it's server-based and then it can have a P2P fallback so it can still live.
You know what?
Elsewhere.
BT's right. They should get this into like a Nintendo Direct at some point.
They will. Like, it'll be for a split second during a montage.
during a friggin' thing. You're right, John. This is the kind of game that unless you wanted to just release and die like friggin' the Ninja Theory game, Bleeding Edge, they need to give it some proper marketing.
Thankfully, it doesn't have the COVID is beginning right as Bleeding Edge released, which really killed it very fast.
Yeah. But I agree, like it does need it. I feel like it needs to come to Nintendo. It also needs to be like, I don't know what the price of Kiln is.
Oh, you're
again,
right.
We were just talking about price and value and all of this. Even at $30, I would go, is that going to be okay? Like, this needs to be so competitively priced.
Definitely $30.
To quote our good friend,
$30 a month. If you sign up for Game Pass Ultimate.
To quote our good friend Abu Bakr, you got to get it, like, make it the price of pizza. Like, you got to get that £20 mark.
It's about $40 in the US
cheaper,
right now.
like $14.99. To just get it to that impulse buy territory where people won't regret.
Well, you have to buy 4 copies if you want to play with your friends. So it's got to be pretty cheap.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe they do a friends pass thing. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm being super realistic. I'm not trying to be down on the game. The game looks great.
And these are questions that the team most have already talked about and hopefully asked and discussed. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Because you can look at was it Ultimate Sheep Raccoon just came out on Game Pass and you haven't heard about it at all. I don't know anyone that ever played it.
Dude, I just open my Xbox and then I just go down a bit and like, where do these new games come from? Like, what the hell is this? I thought I came up with this
equally,
stuff.
like, you look at companies like Amazon with Luna and Netflix with their party game ambitions, right? Does this fit into that world? But then, do you need a controller really to play it? You can't really control this on a phone, or can you? Like, there are those elements to it, like where this could have a life beyond. And I guess this is modern gaming nowadays. Is like rewind 10, 15 years, and one of these would come out once in a blue moon. And now people are making different multiplayer things every week. You know, exactly. Like between the friend slop, like huge increase of friend slop games and
like slop is like the right term there. Holy crap, some of them are so ugly, but they're fun.
Yeah,
could someone play? They can play anything on a phone. One of the most popular games on the planet is PUBG Mobile.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean more like you have to connect and the Netflix box is streaming it and you're all. I don't know. I don't know where that would fit, but I just hope that they've thought. I'm sure they would have had these conversations, right? But I hope Microsoft have a plan to support it in the right way.
Yeah.
But also, kudos for them not going, no, this is never going to work or sell, guys. Don't do this. Like, they've let it exist, and that's great. Because Double Fine would also
especially because it's the thing that everyone kept saying they were done with. Like, I heard multiple people that I'm friends with constantly say it's very clear at this point Xbox doesn't want to make any games that aren't Call of Duty. I'm like, what? They're making more than anyone. They have some very public cancellations because up until 2022 they were announcing everything way early, which I think Jez said with Rand back on, and condolences to Rand for his mom passing. But he was back yesterday with Jez, and Jez was like, I think Jez at some point either wrote it or said it somewhere that they're done announcing early, which I think we've seen, because we're at the very tail end of that with like Gears and State of Decay and stuff.
State of Decay and Fable are really like the last ones from that huge barrage of CGI trailers. Like with Perfect Dark is dead, and
State of Decay 3, right? That's about the last one left.
State of Decay 3 is still coming.
Clockwork Revolution was 3 years ago the first time.
Yeah,
but even that was never revealed with just CGI. Even the first Clockwork Revolution trailer had like some gameplay in it.
No, State of Decay 3 was always just
no. Clockwork
was always revealed with a gameplay engine.
Yes.
In the engine stuff.
Yeah. But I think State of Decay 3 is the only one left, right? Out of the 2020.
We've seen gameplay. We've seen in-engine footage of State of Decay 3.
I meant hasn't released.
Yes,
or isn't about to release.
That's that old.
Technically hasn't either. Yeah.
I was talking with people the other day about like the rise of extraction shooters. I can't remember, it might have been on headlines, but like, why hasn't someone done something like Arc Raiders, but in that, like, and I'm talking like a competent big team in a kind of open map filled with like zombies to navigate and worry about, as well as other people, other survivors of this apocalypse.
Isn't that just Rust?
Rust isn't zombies, is it?
Oh no, but wasn't Rust a mod of Arma, which was wasn't there some kind of
zombie
that's
DayZ.
Yeah,
DayZ, yeah.
Yeah, but like DayZ, I normally like within the competency of Arc, like in terms of looks and that hook.
And that's a lot of that's what State of Decay 2 was sold as. I think if I remember, it's supposed to be more like shared open world giant thing, and then it just became just a bigger, better State of Decay 1.
Yeah.
And that's it. That was the entire developer direct. All right, on to the rest of the.
It feels really nice. Sorry, really quick. It's just on for the beta right now to be able to click the graphics card option at the very tippity top. That feels good.
Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah, I was torn because I was like, I've got better than a 4070. I don't want to click 5070. You know, like I'm doing all right.
Well, the 5070 Ti is equivalent. The 5070 Ti is equivalent to your 4090 now, so that's what they said when they revealed it. Remember?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, that's the Dollar Direct. Cool.
Kiln, good luck, Double Fine. Like I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'll play it. I'll review it. I'll go in there. I like multiplayer games, so just fingers crossed.
And now we have the game that Paul Tassi had one of the quickest to age very poorly tweets about that I can remember. Fable.
Oh, why? What did he? What
remember?
Did
he was like,
tweet?
They're really pushing that protagonist look. Is she really it or something like that? And then like immediately they show the character creator.
Welp.
The first time for a character creator too.
Fable. I think it's fair to say any Xbox fan that's like been around for a while and remembers Fable from back in the day, I don't know of anyone that isn't mostly super fucking hype for this. There are some things that I feel like hardcore Fable fans, and there's one thing in particular we'll get to that a lot of Fable fans are like, that makes me sad. But huge, proper open world. Again, remember the original Fables? So many loading screens. Holy fucking shit. Right? This is now a massive open world that once we've got to a certain part in the story, we can go wherever we want, presumably.
Every single building in the game, you can go in. Every single one.
And you can buy. And you can buy businesses. And there are 1,000 handcrafted and named non-player characters that have jobs and lives and hobbies and a daily routine that they'll go around and do, and you can romance all of them if you want.
You can just talk to all of them. And I saw immediately just watching coverage of it, everyone immediately is like, "Oh, is it all Gen AI? Is it all AI generated?"
Right?
Like everyone, both the people in the chat and the people that were watching.
I was watching a reaction. Someone's like, "How many times Microsoft say AI this show?" And I'm like, "None.
They don't. They're not idiots." Like Satya's not in charge.
Phil has been as direct as there is zero AI mandate in this gaming division. There is none.
I'm telling you, dude, these rumors go out of control, man. It's like, oh, they have to force use. That's coders being told, hey, use Copilot for friggin' GitHub, not GitHub, whatever the thing is. It works well. Do it. You know.
And Copilot sucks, and they started putting Claude code in there. Just funny.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say one thing about the population is, yes, it's gonna be surface level. It's not gonna be like super deep, a Baldur's Gate 3 level character.
And there might be, and I do think So there were people who are like, oh, it's just all going to be garbage. And it's like, well, no, I'm guessing there's going to be like a handful, like maybe a few dozen really in-depth characters.
Yes.
Main characters. But then there's all these other people, and you're like,
you had Thunder and Whisper and Lady Grey something, right? Like you always have obviously those important characters. Also, they explicitly,
but I'm saying there's no guarantee there isn't.
They explicitly said that they didn't focus on the main story in this dev direct. They explicitly said that, like, we're going to do that later. We'll show you blah blah blah. I mean, in general about romancing in video games, I always kind of don't care that much about it. Because it's literally just, hey, I'm a really good friend. Okay, let's bang. It's like, whoa, chill. You played Mass Effect 2, right?
Yeah.
Both of you guys have. I'm playing it. I'm just being friendly with everybody.
Just choose hard every time. You're good to bone.
And then friggin' Jack, I think her name was, tries to make a move, and I back up, and she gets pissed.
I knew you were a Jack girl. I know you were sore.
Pretty good looking in 3.
No. I back up, and she gets pissed at me. And I'm like, lady, what is going on?
I mean, Jack wants what Jack wants.
That's fair, yes. In the context of the game, it made sense. But something I read recently, which is true, is like a lot of games, romance, all they really do is do the chase. And then once the relationship starts, there's no real difference there, right? So I really don't care about romance that much in these games.
Well, this one's more interesting with what they just show now with the whole family mechanic.
Exactly. And that has me more interested in this as well. Like, even though it is surface level, because Fable romance has always been surface level. In fact, to the point where it's probably like making fun of romancing in video
games. And also another thing people were talking about with the romance and stuff is like, oh, these characters, all the NPCs just seem so weird and wooden. It's like, that is Fable. They've always been
exactly
caricatures.
You fight a couple times, you give them a couple gifts, boom, you're married. Like,
it's always been a video game on purpose. Like they're keeping the feeling of that with modern looks and tech.
Yeah, overall, like I love the idea, and Fable was the only game I ever really bothered. Like, I would be like, okay, I'm going to marry this person from this town and this person, and then I'm going to move them in together in the one's house and just see what happens. Like, that is the kind of silliness that you could explore in Fable, and obviously, I love the Britishness of it more than anything else, because it's just so, like, thinks you're a rich twat. I'm like, yep, that is how we would say it. And visually, the Forza engine, and it's weird. Like, I foolishly, again, I was browsing like some forums and some other bits, and checking out what's going on, what the vibe is. I'm seeing people being like, "Oh, it looks so soulless. It looks so bland," and I'm like, "What? What are you smoking, people? And can I have some?" I feel like, and I might be like. I might be wrong here, but I feel like it looks real fucking good. Like, ooh, Game of the Year contender good. I'm just saying it. And there's some fragile people out there that don't like that. Because a lot of the journos out there that get to make these decisions are like, this looks really fucking good.
You already know the headlines are pre-written, which is Xbox finally gets their first Game of the Year nomination in 10 years. That's already pre-written.
They gave it to PlayStation.
Yeah. But I mean, I love everything that I've seen about it so far.
You get to kill Richard Ayoade for backing Glinner.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, yes. Later on, yeah.
Sucks.
IT Squad.
Oh,
the It Crowd show.
It Crowd. Sorry, why did I say IT Squad? What is that?
I don't know. Crowd, the Best Buy people.
Hey, at least you can kill him in the game if you really want to, right?
But then his sister will be very upset, and the price of housing goes up because he.
The question I have is: if you kill Dave the Giant, does the corpse rot over time?
Right? Yeah, like those are
like. Yeah,
it kind of has to, right? Fable's a game about time progressing and things like that. Which, if you want, John, we can talk about the part that people are a little more iffy on, which is the lack of, I think, player visual representation and the morality system.
So in this, Playground Games have opted for, like, the original Fable games, morality was very black and white.
Paragon Renegade.
You can kick out the orphans and put up a brothel, or you can save the orphanage. One of those is a good thing to do, one of those is a bad thing to do. And depending upon your actions over time, your character would, if they were angelic and good, they would start getting all blue light and like wings and angels shit, and like, oh, you're a good paragon of virtue. And if you're an evil bastard, you'd get devil horns and all sorts of stuff like that.
Like horns and like red smoke around you.
Yeah, it was a really great way to adapt, and you would earn like through your choices, through your actions, through your and even the small ones to the big ones, you'd earn points to
and not just morally. If you invested a ton in will, you would get like lightning in your eyes, or like going around. If you invest a lot in strength, you'd get more muscular. Things like that.
Yeah. And they've done away with that, it seems, and they've said like, hey, and I'm nitpicking, but like in an interview, or either in an interview with IGN or on the Dev Direct video, Ralph says, this isn't fantasy, this is fairy tale, right? Yeah. And I'm like, and then they've talked about this morality system, and like, it's more shades of grey. Because like this person might be an evil bastard and love you being an evil bastard, so they wouldn't hate you for it, and and so on and so forth. But if it's a fairy tale, dear Playground Games and Ralph, like, isn't the point of any fairy tale is kind of like a moral core to a story here of good and evil that is super black and white? And no. Like those are
technically fables, not which
those would be Disney's take. Disney's take on actual fables would be really surface level black and white. Actual fables
I know a lot of actual fairy tales. I've got one of the original 1960s print copies of Grimm's fairy tales. And my mum and dad used to read it to me when I was a kid, and I read it to my kids. And
most of them are about
the
real
real fairy tales are dark as fuck.
Yeah. It's mostly about how messed up the world is.
But they often have a good and a bad.
It's not that this game doesn't have a good and a bad. They said that different people look at good and bad differently.
John, remember the first Fable? There's this one town near the ending in the north where like
people just like think back a long way here. But
it was like the winterish area, but like the people there preferred evil over good. So like if you were evil, then you were more attractive, things like that. I'm thinking maybe that's kind of what they're going with here too, where it's like
he said it's
just because you do. Yeah, because they also mentioned that every time you move to a new area, your reputation is not wiped per se, but like you have a chance to bring a fresh new rep, right? So I'm thinking maybe some areas, some towns are like, hey, why do you help that orphan? We kicked that orphan out for a reason. No one likes helping people. We dislike you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, you might be right. And like, look, it's early days, but I think a lot of players on a fundamental level are kind of like, man, I liked pumping these stats and changing the way I looked, and that's a shame. But equally, they've actually given us the option to have a character creator of sorts where we can pick different faces, hairstyles, tattoos, etc. Whereas in the original Fables, maybe Fable 3, we had a bit more flexibility, but it was either you were a girl or a boy, and that was it.
Yes, I am curious.
You didn't get to pick.
You couldn't be like a beautiful devil, which is a lot of things in fables and stories and the Bible and whatnot. It's like you're this stunningly attractive evil piece of shit. Like if there are clothing options and things in the game to change to match the type of character.
Do you guys remember which haircut was considered the most attractive in the Fable game? The highest attractive stat? Bald. Bald hair was considered the most attractive in terms of pure stats. Clearly someone in the dev team's like, yes, put that in, make that the highest.
Yeah, maybe. There's horse travel in the game. We do know that.
Yes.
It was very briefly seen. And they talked a little bit about how they initially grabbed their third-person character and plopped them in a Forza Horizon world, and they were like, okay, we've got to think about scale differently because we're no longer traveling at 200 miles an hour. We're walking, and it's very different now, which is fascinating.
Games have horses? I'm trying to remember now. None of them, right?
No, and they weren't. The areas weren't that big. You were normally jumping map to map and like fast travel.
I'm not gonna lie. A part of me dislikes open world just because I like the broken structure of instances in terms of like exploring more of like an area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know that there's a boundary and you can explore all of it and then move on.
That. I mean, narrative-wise, like let's say, for example, it's an open world, it's one big map, right? But like let's say it's, I'm going to go like the extreme north part of this continent, and I do that by going through an instance, and I just assume that I traveled more distance. Now I'm in the northern part. You know what I mean?
Very Baldur's Gate 3, which is a big world, but your actual game map isn't that big because it's like you're on a tabletop. And also, we didn't mention in Reincharnation, not an open world game. It is that open linear.
Okay, nice.
So like wide,
that's kind of my preferred.
They called it wide linear, like Wuchang's wide linear. Like you're pushed in a direction. You might have other paths you can go.
Well, I guess you wouldn't call Wuchang open world. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't.
No, Wuchang's not open at all. It is very directed in where you.
Either way, I mean, I'm keeping my things open. Skyrim had actually no, Skyrim just had goddamn snow, man. But like Oblivion had a bunch of different biomes and stuff. So yeah, no.
Yeah, they've probably got tons left to show off, right?
It seems a lot bigger
so
scope
much.
than we were led to believe by people like Nick.
Yeah, like I love that it's autumn this year.
Yeah.
And there's so much more that we don't know. That's the really fun part. Like, so I'm picturing another big blowout and probably a preview session series around SGF. You never know. Like,
No, you don't know. You don't know.
I've got confidence. Take me to Leamington Spa. I will go there and I will play, please. But I like, of everything that they've announced, this is the one. This is the one where I'm like, I want this more than anything else this year. And there's a lot of great games.
It's the one that gets as close to Clockwork Revolution as something
Exactly.
for me.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Jesse, too.
Like,
It's those two.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And they're both super British. Huh.
So In Exile's not.
And Exile's not, but they are so goddamn funny that it doesn't matter. It's so
I love their Twitter account, and it's fucking great. Man, it was a great show.
Was it a great show, John?
We don't know. Jeff didn't put up a poll.
Maybe it was just too corporate and it's all fake sounding. And I can't believe Microsoft using the same soundtrack again the entire time.
Well, whatever. The other thing that people are sad about is that there's no dog, and they did comment on that. And even some of the developers at the studio are still cross with the decision not to include the dog. But hey, it gives us room for a sequel. Like, you know, and
which is exactly what happened with the first game, anyways, right? Like,
this is the exciting thing is that if they pull this off, right, the Playground Games are an enormously talented team, enormously talented. And back in the Xbox One gen and the late 360 into Xbox One gen, they had Forza Horizons pumped out every 2 years. Like clockwork, you were like relying on them. And then it's only now where we've had a big gap because, new tech, and they've obviously been building engine support for this as well, that we're now like, okay, well, once this is out the door, and hopefully it does well, because yes, Microsoft are releasing it on everything, including PlayStation 5 on day one. Does that mean that they'll they'll get straight? But like, here's the thing: if it didn't release there, it wouldn't have a chance to be as big as it could be. Like, this is just the reality of game dev. They've pumped in probably silly money, millions and millions of dollars into this. Like, the math of making the games has changed. And it is what it is.
And making games is math.
Yeah, and it's also expensive. I'm really excited. I can't wait to play this. I can't wait.
They showed everything we wanted to see, man. Yeah, the morality system is a little bit iffy, but at the same time, it's also like, okay, I see the potential.
We don't know
what you do. Yeah,
exactly. We don't know. I'm not going to immediately rush to judge it.
And to be fair, just because I don't have horns in my head doesn't mean people won't react to me being an evil piece of crap. Right?
They already called you. They already think you're a rich twat if you got too much money.
Exactly. And if you're just curious, murdering, I'm sure people will start booking it when they see you, right? Like,
I know it doesn't feel like it, but we are 6 years into the generation. I would not be shocked if this game is 30 and 40 FPS only.
Yeah, I can see
these were okay machines when they came out. They were lower mid tier compared to a good PC. Instead of being low tier like the previous gen, they are long in the tooth. But this is generally a good engine. So I think it has a shot of maybe having a performance mode on Series X, probably not on Series S, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
It's very simulation heavy compared to Forza. Though Forza now with the new driving model is probably way more simulation heavy too. So what do I know? Yeah.
Like, either way, I'll probably be playing it on my PC.
Yeah. And that's reality.
Sorry, everybody.
I'll be playing on my Xbox most likely. It's just more fun.
It's for me. It depends on the game, but also handheld. If this runs admirably there,
it will not.
By the way, they I would probably especially confirm here no multiplayer, right? I guess they haven't talked about it at all.
No multiplayer. No orbs floating around with your mate's game attack name on it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's better to focus on what they can focus on, especially the first game, and they explicitly use the word beginning. In the dev direct,
because this is not tied to the originals. This is a reimagining using stuff from.
What
Fable.
I mean by that is, like, if the game does well, which there's no reason to assume it won't, they're probably going to work on a sequel, and then a sequel to that, maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and then the dog can come back.
Exactly.
I mean, just look at that beanstalk up into the sky. Like, do we get to climb that? Like, yeah, let's go. You know, like, there's so much to look forward to and explore. Ooh, it looks great. Looks great. Thank you, Playground. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's get a poll up and see what the community thought of the Dev Direct. Let's see what everyone. Now you've had some time to ruminate on everything that we've seen. What would you rate it? A, B, C, or D? I don't think, as much as for me, like it had more for me this year, like with Fable and Forza Horizon 5. I preferred it to last year's. I think if I was to be objective, last year's was still the best show.
Last year's was the Ninja Gaiden one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did break their thing here, which I appreciate, of not shadow dropping, right? So now the expectation is, again, no longer there of
so now it's
drop.
2 shadow drops, 2 no shadow drops.
Yeah, exactly.
We're 2 for 2.
2 for 4.
Yeah, I love it.
I reversed the order to see, because people almost always just click the top one.
Well,
I prefer this one, man. I think Fable was a strong enough showing on its own that like it's worth it. And I'll be honest, Activision 33, like even by the time they showed that, I was already like super in. I didn't need to see any more, like at all. Like I didn't need to see any of that, right? But Beast Reincarnation, I needed to see this because they actually showed a lot more about the game. Hey, what is it? How am I playing it, etc. Yeah, solid 8.
Good times.
From good news
good times
to really bad news.
Yeah. As we wrap up our Dev Direct talk, let's talk about some of the industry news of the week. The big story, of course, being Ubisoft's massive restructuring and the very sad cancellation of Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. I'm of two minds about it. Let's talk about Sands of Time first of all.
Did you see the leaked image? He looked real bad.
I haven't seen the leaked
image. Wait, I haven't seen the leaked image.
I'm not going to put it up here because it's a leak thing.
Link me.
Just go to the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. He looks yassified, and supposedly the game was 99% done. It's canceled because it was very bad.
Ooh, that's
like
rough.
I think Schreier and Henderson were both like, it was not good. That is why it was canceled.
It's such a shame because it's such a great game, the original, and a remake should have been a fucking...
Dude, this image is fine, man. Especially if it's like early Prince before he gets like his goatee or something. Like this is okay. That looks okay to me. Like the Prince in the first Prince of Persia game is a piece of crap. We remember this, right?
Yeah,
he's arrogant. Yeah, like he hates everything. He's arrogant. He thinks he is everything. I'm actually totally okay with that, man. I'm still so sad. I read the news, man, as I was getting ready for the event, and we all started meeting up. And I read it, and I'm like, oh.
Like studios closed, potentially thousands of jobs lost because Ubisoft is still like 19,000 people or something ridiculous. It's almost as big as Xbox, Game Studios, Activision, Blizzard King, Bethesda. Like, it's crazy. They're really shifting focus to having buckets. So I got this bucket of devs work on these genres. This bucket of devs works on these genres. And then we've got our poor Assassin's Creed, Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry devs who have to make $1 billion game.
Yeah.
Or else.
Was there any other confirmed game canceled that we know? Like
no,
Splinter Cell?
It was none that we know of.
Okay. Three new IP and some mobile stuff, and then 7 games delayed, including, it would seem, the Black Flag remake.
Yeah.
Which makes me very happy.
It gives me more breathing room. I don't mind so much as long as it doesn't come out with anything else. But it's a big shame. It's tanked their share price. Like
they've lost 95% of their valuation
of their market cap. That's crazy.
Jeez.
The size of these guys, and then you compare their output to the size of, say, just Activision Blizzard on its own, and it's like, what are you doing, Ubisoft? And how long were you allowed to run like that? I am so surprised that it hasn't. Like, I imagine Yves Guillemot still has, like, he can't be got rid of. Right? He can't be voted out.
Because it's a family-owned country, right? That's right.
It's a family-owned business.
They own the entire country of Ubisoft.
Yeah. I'm not moving there. But yeah, like we've heard reports now from Tom Henderson and others about the internal morale at Ubisoft and a lot of developers.
Open revolt.
Yeah, like this is fucked up.
And, dude, it really sucks because like Ubisoft is like a big part of Canadian game dev too. Like Ubisoft Montreal is huge, and there's being dicked around by these French owners. Like, oh man, it sucks, dude.
It is a real shame.
No, Beyond Good and Evil 2 confirmed to still be in development, Rayo.
Yeah, what the hell is that, dude?
Talk about sunk cost fallacy.
That could be a $1 billion game.
Every year, my brother talks to me. He's like, "Hey, is that one game? Did it come out yet?" Because he saw the demo like 8 years ago or something. He's like, "That looks so cool." No, it has not. The game doesn't exist.
Wow, someone linking you the picture for the Sands of Time, John, in the Discord, and I just
I saw it.
Nate Drake, John Harker on Resetera says, "Whoever feeds this dude, Tom Henderson, is usually streets behind, lol." And Nate Drake said, "How many inaccurate claims has he made this week in regards to Ubisoft? I've lost count."
Ooh, insider shade being thrown around there. Oof.
Dude, Sands of Time is one of like my favorite games of all time. Growing up, Sands of Time, Warriors Within, two thrones, two towers, something like that.
Two Thrones.
Two Thrones, yes. Like I don't think I ever beat the third game, but like
they were all great.
I was looking forward to it so much. Yeah. That moment in Sands of Time, games are coming out anymore, so I'm okay spoiling this. When you lose the dagger in the last like 3 or 4 hours, and like just the shift you feel, we're like, oh, I'll just rewind. Oh, I can't rewind. What the hell? Like it's just
it's such a great game. It should have been an easy thing. Just bump up the graphics on level 3. Keep the voice and acting and everything else the same. I don't need it modernized. Thank you. Just make it look phenomenal and play better. Done.
That's all you had to do. All you goddamn had to do. The gameplay was still held up. Maybe I haven't played in a while, but I think it does.
I don't think it holds up that great.
I'm gonna pick them up on Steam and play through them again. I think.
I think they're PC on Xbox. I think I've owned them.
They'll run a lot better on PC.
On PC, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I doubt that. I don't know that they got like res or FPS boosts.
That's fair.
I think
I played them.
They might have.
They
might not have. I don't know.
I mean, I bought Prince of Persia 2008, which I also love.
Yeah, that's the Switch one, right? Or not Switch, right? The Wii one.
It's just the really cartoony, cell-shaded one. It came out on everything.
Yes,
but it's a really solid game with a really good progression, really good feel to it, and it runs phenomenally. And again, it's another one of those games that you can run on a handheld, like the Xbox ROG, Windows 11 handheld gaming PC, Ally Xbox X, and it runs flawlessly. Although you have to disable something like to make it load. Because I was trying to live stream it once and I had to Google it. It was like, oh, you have to disable a thing in order for the game to run. And I'm like, what? It was weird, but I can't even remember
what
it was.
It's like if you try and play First Encounter Assault Recon and you got to go in and get direct 3D fixes.
Yeah. It was that kind of weirdness.
Friggin', I wanted to play Dragon Age Origins on my ROG Ally in a flight. I think to Germany that one time because I was into the series. I install it, I open it up, it's like, oh, this game doesn't have controller support. Like, what the hell, bro? And it wasn't even loading anyways. I was thinking of the 2010 Prince of Persia game. That was a Wii exclusive. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
The Forgotten Sands. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that one. So that is a big shame. Ubisoft have apparently also forced a full return to the office. So no more work from home.
Another way that's mostly generally just focused on getting people to quit.
Wait. Yeah, 100%. That's soft layouts.
Yeah. Ubisoft has unbelievably talented devs and very, very bad, dumb, poopy head management.
I can say this because it's on their website. Wildlight Entertainment, by the way, is a fully remote first studio. Just saying.
Return to office. It means you got to leave your.
Spoiler alert! He's broken the NDA. Get him, ninjas.
No, this is the website. This is on the website. I'm reading directly off their website. It may or may not have come up over there, but
random tangent on Highguard. I did see Jeff Keighley, and someone in the Discord.
You said Jeff Keighley too. I mean, what?
No, he linked a GIF that was from Jurassic Park with John Hammond going, in 48 hours, I'll be expecting your apology.
What happened after 48 hours?
No comment.
Fair play to Tavish in our Discord. He says, how did that movie end? All the dinosaurs ate everyone. I don't know how that's going to go for Highguard. I haven't played it, but I am looking forward to it. Yeah, no comment at all. In other news, Game Pass drop for the remainder of January is here.
Not a good deal anymore.
Earlier this week. We've got Death Stranding.
Yes,
one
I was
returning.
about to
Director's
purchase it.
cut.
Death Stranding was ever on Xbox Game Pass, I think.
No, it was on PC Game
but
Pass. So it's returning to PC Game Pass and now on Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they fixed the cross-save problem, so you can now play it across all your devices.
Anyone interested in the game, just ignore the thing, just open and play it. If it vibes with you, you'll vibe with you. If it doesn't, it won't. It's you'll know pretty soon as you start playing it.
We've also got Roadcraft, which has now gone Play Anywhere. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, which was last year, really good. Talos Principle 2.
I just love that game, right? I remember he gave like a really high score. Which he does often,
he did love it. A good puzzle game as well. Anno Mutationum is out January 28th. Drop Dashi.
It's not the Anno series from Ubisoft. It's a 2.5D like anime side-scrolling RPG thing. They reviewed pretty well.
Yeah,
that reviewed really well. People really like that one. Yeah.
Drop Duchy, My Sims Cozy Bundle, Final Fantasy 2 on February 3rd. And the big other one is Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 now on Game Pass as of January 29th. We are completing that. It is on my backlog of games I actually still need to fucking complete.
Wait, that wasn't on Game Pass before?
No.
You can.
The first one was.
First one was.
The remaster of the first one.
Maybe I can.
That's a big drop then. That was just last year. No, 2 years.
I can. No, it was 2023, I think. I can hang out with you while I'm working on other things. If I'm guessing how the rest of the year is going to go for me.
I've heard really good things about the co-op campaigns for those games.
Yeah,
I really want that.
You can do the whole main campaign, and then they've got the operations, I think they're called, which were the other side of the main campaign and are very good. And they keep adding more.
I played the main campaign. I loved it, but then people keep saying, "Oh, it's so good on the other ones too."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely on the list for me. I want to play it more.
We'll do some hangouts.
Yeah. So that's a really good Game Pass drop. In other news, Xbox Cloud Gaming is meant to be getting ad-supported access later this year.
Finally.
Gordon and others. So this isn't obviously mattering to anybody with an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, but people will be able to just load up Game Pass streaming, cloud or Xbox Cloud streaming, I should say, and play for free with hours for an hour, and then you get an ad.
For games you own or for included free-to-play?
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't have Game Pass, so it doesn't include anything. But if you own games that are a part of Stream Your Own Games, then it's there. No idea how long the ads will be. This is already a part of like GeForce Now.
Most ads are within like 40 seconds to 2 minutes at most. Usually, how this goes.
And that hour limit is already there for Fortnite.
Yeah,
has been for a while because it was crashing them servers.
So Fortnite doesn't wait. So Fortnite you could just play without any kind of subscription
for 1
right?
hour now. But before it was without anything, and people were taking advantage of that.
Yeah,
big time, understandably.
But now it'll apply for other free-to-play games too, like Warzone
that are in there. Like I think Zenless Zone Zero and some other ones and whatnot.
Yeah, Honkai or something. Yeah.
The big thing that is, the industry is probably going to move.
You don't have Honkai yet?
Nope.
The big thing that the industry is going to move to this year is putting ads in free-to-play games in general. So buckle up, people that love to play free-to-play games.
The way the economy is going is it's mostly a very rich group of people buying everything, and then most people aren't buying anything, and they don't like that.
Yeah,
you see it a little bit not in terms of putting ads in, but like Forza Horizon is a fantastic series, right? But in a way, I don't want to say victim because victim's a strong word, but a victim of its own success in that it's so big, it's so popular. They do monetize it in a lot, right? They're like, hey, we got a bunch of car passes and this and that, blah, 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 blah.
Man, I saw the DeLorean and I was like, oh, I've got the credits, I can just buy it. And they were like, it's part of a car pass for $7.99. And I'm like,
Yeah. It sucks. I understand it, right? When a game gets that big and they get the potential of making that much revenue, right? Like you do what you do.
It is Nick and people like him's fault.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not like people are like, all that should just be in the game like was in the past. No goddamn game in the past had that sheer amount of content a game like this has, even a lot.
Or licensing stuff. Yeah, like the licensing deals, which are what empowers it. And we haven't even talked about it. I didn't even think Overwatch has been completely taken over by Talon. Their game, everything has been taken over by the Talon organization. Yeah, who are now running the game of Overwatch.
Wait,
and,
you mean
and
like
they supposedly have a big crossover between Overwatch and Fortnite, and like those types of things are generally there for
I got cat went in 1 second.
Making monies. And they're not the type of things that you would get in a game that's been out for years and years and years, a decade in Overwatch's case. So like it's always going to cost money to have this stuff. It's not the type of stuff that would just be there normally. There are on-disc DLCs, which really sucked in the past. But all these live service games are generally...
I'll be completely honest. As much as live service sucks, as much as RNG suck, loot boxes suck, nothing will suck more than, hey, I bought Halo 3. Why can I only play 2 playlists? Even though I convinced my parents after months of begging to get me a month of Xbox Live. Mm-hmm. What the hell is going on? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that just gets me off.
It's funny, like Football Club, EA and 2K have a monopoly on yearly releases that don't carry your currency over. It's horrible.
It's
like you're rebuilding it every year, and people do it. Like NBA just sells like goddamn crazy, and everyone says, "Oh, these microtransactions are so bad. I'm never going to buy it again." It just sells like nonstop.
It's just a certain crowd that every year will pitch in $100, $150.
It's what they buy.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It's kind of like PlayStation.
I mean, that's where it mostly happens.
Really quick, a bit of a PlayStation tangent. Do you guys feel the same way I do? Where it's like the last couple years, let's say, they're like hegemony of exclusive games and like, oh, these are the best, these are amazing, they're on this huge pedestal. It's kind of fallen down a little bit.
Funnily enough, with Kind of Funny covering Xbox yesterday, they were like, they started listing off all the games that have come out this generation, and they still had like everything on PlayStation being above anything on Xbox, but they only did 5. And that's the difference where I think PlayStation goes for the best of the best in a small genre. Whereas Microsoft has had just an enormous amount of different genres.
I don't mean just in terms of like the press. I mean in terms of just like the general feeling. Like remember back like the late 2010s where it's like PlayStation exclusives are everything. God of War, Bloodborne, Uncharted. This is like the best. It's everything. The last couple of years, I think it's been less about like PlayStation exclusives are everything and more just like, hey, yeah, these games are all really good. Get a PC. You can play everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. But I would also say that it's more, you know, and yes, I know they're still releasing games, but they haven't released as much.
You're right.
And they haven't had that big moment, you know, like you can't deny the breakthrough that God of War or The Last of Us had, or that even Uncharted had. Hell, we've had TV shows, one in the making, one already out, and another one on the way for all 3 of those IPs.
That's fair.
They were massive.
It doesn't help that last year was just Yote and Death Stranding 2, right? Unless I'm missing something. I think
MLB and
I'm not counting that.
Stellar Blade and
that was.
I know it's not there, but it was at the time
Stellar
exclusive
Blade
to them.
was
Or maybe it wasn't last year. Maybe it was 2020.
Maybe I was wrong. I thought it
was 24. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Stellar Blade 24.
Okay, it might have been 2024.
PC was last year.
I think it came to PC in 2024.
Yeah.
And they've sold their TV department. They have 51% control with TCL now.
Holy crap. TCL making moves, man.
TCL was like the good budget, and Sony was like the good, most expensive for consumers.
To this day, I still, when someone asks me for budget TV, I'm like, dude, just search up the TCL 4 series, whatever the hell they call it today. Pick it up. You're good. That's it.
But like, I think, you know, for all of the sadness that, you know, Fable should have been exclusive and this should have been exclusive. Like, I get it. If you are still embedded in that platform war that you want your team to win in some fashion. Or that
you're really worried that Xbox is going to go away if it doesn't have exclusives.
Yeah, I totally get that. And like, I think even then, Microsoft haven't really given anybody yet a good answer as to, like, they're saying common sense things like all of our developers want all of our games to be everywhere. Yep, I can understand that as a developer. Yeah, I want people to play my thing as much as humanly possible, and if that means releasing it on every platform, sure. But you still can't escape the damage done to the brand. Like, you've got every outlet. Don't bother. There's no point. What's the point of owning an Xbox? And like, the controller's better. The ecosystem respects me a bit more. I've got all this cross-play, cross-save functionality just as standard. Cloud saves standard. Yeah. Like, but that doesn't matter it is the image. It just exists as it exists, and it's been drummed out there so much now that it's permeated the non-enthusiast sphere of video game culture. In that Xbox is pointless and useless and that, and it is what it is. I think Microsoft need to give a really good answer whenever they talk about what's next for the actual brand.
Yes,
but I also think that I think, this is my personal opinion, I think they look at what consoles are and they look at how games perform and what big games do versus what little games do. And they're like, we've already got the operating system that's dominant on the main device that everybody more or less wants to play on nowadays. And if we can consoleify that device, I get why they're going that way. But it has hurt Xbox a lot. And I still don't think they've answered a good way to give us more than
I think at one point they're probably like, talk is talk, right? Like you just got to do what you need to do. So in terms of like the PC stuff, release what you're releasing, right? Steam boxes, whatever the hell you're calling it. You can talk about it as much as you want. You need to actually see it, like.
Yeah. Anyway, like, whatever. Like, if it means that I get more games like Fable and more games like Forza Horizon 6, I'm surprisingly okay with that.
Yep. Also, I'll be honest, any of the Game Pass talk where it's like, oh, it's so expensive now, it doesn't affect me at all because I'm still stacked up for like 2.5 years and I can still find cheap codes.
Anyone that's buying it at the default retail price is clearly not looking around. And if they keep smashing the drops in terms of content and games that are coming to the service, like, I have no complaints. I am well fed.
Super chat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Super chat from Claw117 who says, this is something I never understood. If the next Xbox can hopefully play PC games and Sony's PC ports, why do exclusives for Xbox matter anymore? They don't.
But it's up to them to make a PC operating system, an actual, because the Xbox full screen experience is just Windows with some bits turned off and hidden.
It's better than just Windows, which is nice.
But they need an actual fork of Windows that doesn't feel like Windows on a handheld, because Windows on a handheld is thoroughly mediocre. Though I say this as someone who had a Steam Deck OLED for a couple of years, and it broke on me at least 6 times and had to rebuild its entire database and reinstall itself. So nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
Last news story, John.
Yeah. Sorry, we were just riffing then. Like, I get why a lot of people are frustrated.
I mean, Sony's gonna have a good year this year, right? They have Wolverine, they have Sorrows.
I'm looking forward to playing Wolverine.
What else?
I think you would like Saros.
Yo, flipping love Saros.
I've got Returnal. I just need to find some time.
Returnal is just brutally hard at the start, so kind of
I don't have PS Plus. I was gonna say we could play Returnal together, but I'd have to play it. I don't have it on there.
It's not co-op, is it?
You have it on PC?
It is fully co-op.
Yeah, they have co-op.
It's co-op campaign?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's only campaign.
Completely co-op.
Do you have it on PC or PlayStation?
I got it with PS Plus subscription, but
I don't know that it's between the two.
Yeah, but it is very difficult though. Like the initial learning curve is pretty goddamn high, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I'm a badass video gamer. Oh my
god,
it's £50 on PC.
That's a gamer with a capital G.
It does.
Yeah, that's me.
but really quick, off the top of my head, Wolverine, Saros. I know there's something else I'm missing. God, you guys know
Neo 3?
Nah, I mean that's Team Ninja. What's Sony? I thought they're releasing another first party game.
It's their IP though. It's only out on PlayStation. And then eventually
that's
PC.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, okay. I guess Neo 3. Yeah,
which looks very good. In the Neo 3 is a 3-player co-op game too, which is neat.
Really?
Yeah.
3-player?
Yep.
Oh, Marathon. There you go. And Marvel Tokon.
Yes, and Tokon. Yes, those are the two things.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Yeah. Marathon is going to be, I guess, the big one. Maybe.
It's funny. I had borrowed my son's PS5 that's back here.
But
then the code never came in, so it was pointless.
Even now it still didn't come in?
No, it's just not going to happen.
But
I'm looking forward to Marathon. I'm going to give it a good shout. I hope that we can get enough codes from PlayStation to.
Yeah, no, I think
test it as a team, because that's
Holy
the whole
crap! I
point.
forgot it's a buy-to-play game. I hope
it's
it goes
$40.
well for them.
Like all of them, those games are always buy to play. Free to play is just a whole different mindset on how it all works and what people expect for content, and that does not work for most studios. It has not worked well for Destiny.
Yeah. Doesn't help that Destiny's like you open it. Hey, it's free to play the game. What the hell is all this crap?
All the stuff that would be free is gone because we got rid of the actual games campaign.
Exactly.
Red War, what's that? Giant Turtle Men, they're barely in the game anymore. That's one of the things that sucks about free to play is they've made hundreds of hours of content for that game that's gone. You can never play it. It does not exist
Genuinely
anymore.
baffling.
Like all the seasonal quests and stuff they made that were good, it's just gone, and that sucks. No bueno.
Even MMOs don't do that, dude. Not really. Like, whatever.
WoW did it one time when they reset the world.
Yeah, with Kata, but that was like those quests kind of sucked anyways.
Yeah.
So like, it's understandable.
It was a better game after Cataclysm, but don't start doing that.
Yeah. Anyway, last story that we'll talk about from general news. If you want all of the news in all of its wonderful detail, you should check out our news focus show Headlines, which airs every Tuesday and Thursday every week for an hour of succinct gaming news. But just a quick one here. As Xbox are celebrating their 25th anniversary, Halo is also turning 25 this year, and the team at Halo Studios have put up a blog post celebrating or beginning their celebrations for 25 years, and they're asking for memories from the community, where they've set up a website, you can submit your own personal testimonial to the community team for a chance to appear in a future Halo Waypoint blog as part of their silver anniversary coverage.
Maybe you can finally be involved in something with Halo again, John, right?
I know, it's like they've forgotten I exist now. I don't know. Like, come on, lads. I need to have a word with the folks there. Like, where's the love? They've got a whole community hub set up. They've obviously got Halo Fest at the end of the year in December.
They started selling tickets a year in advance for that.
I would love to go to that. Like, genuinely, I would.
I'm definitely going.
Dude,
you should 100% go. Let's go.
Flying all the way to Seattle, like,
it is kind of far. That's true.
I can't afford it, especially
Who
December.
knows if there'll even be a country by then?
That's true.
Yeah. America might have just completely fallen apart at that point. Don't talk about politics. Sorry, everyone. I'm bringing.
What do you think?
Down mood.
What do you guys think we see Halo-wise this year? Just
we'll get a nice big, cool tease of other content.
Campaign evolved and the multiplayer game at the June showcase.
Do you think we see the multiplayer game
I
this
think
year?
we'll see multiplayer this year.
Really?
At the
Because
June
everyone's
showcase.
losing their fucking mind saying, how can you have a Halo game without any multiplayer? And it's like, well, first off, it's Halo 1, which didn't have online multiplayer. It had pretty fun, basic
LAN multiplayer.
I've heard from people that
you can play on
they
fucking
do expect
MCC.
to have some HCS next year, something HCS affiliated, which doesn't necessarily have to be a new Halo game, but could be. That'd be nice.
Doesn't have to be a new Halo game there, bud. I heard some Canadian.
I think my gut says we'll see something new multiplayer. Like, I think it's multiplayer only is my gut feel.
I really hope it is. Holy crap. I hope they've completely separated the two at this point. Like completely separated the two. Maybe the campaign takes a little bit multiplayer, like weapons. I don't flipping know. Just,
because the next mainline Halo thing will be based probably after this book here.
Hey, speaking of, I'm like a quarter of the way into the book. I just audiobook every once in a while. It's a good damn book, man. It's really interesting. Just picking up directly off of Infinite, like instantly off of Infinite.
Well,
it just feels
starts
really cool.
with the ending. Like the beginning of the book is the ending.
Yeah. I wonder if you think they re-recorded the lines or they use the same lines. I'm kind of curious.
I'm pretty one.
I need to pick that book up. I need to read it. I haven't read it.
You should audiobook it. It's all audio.
I can't do audiobook.
You have to. It's literally.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Have you done an audiobook that has like not just one voice talking?
No, don't give a shit. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I like reading at my own pace.
Yeah.
And I like a book. I like an actual book. I like my own mind forming the pictures and the words and shit. Sorry.
There's some audiobooks.
I tried audiobooks.
Your mind.
I do not get on with them. I've tried.
I'm talking. There are audiobooks in the past, and there's audiobooks today where now they're like voice acting properly and things like that.
Yeah, I get a
World
bunch
difference.
with my like various subscriptions. It's just not for me. I realize very quickly. I'm like, nope. Even a Kindle for me is pushing it because I like a
physical
book
books
with
Man, I haven't
paper
read, like,
and
a
the smell.
physical paper book in a long time.
There you go.
John's
Like,
got some nick in him when it comes to takes.
no, it's not a take. I don't like being read to. I
Wait,
want to read.
Did you already read Hail Mary Project, John?
I haven't. No, it's another
You should
book on the
audiobook
list.
that. That is a fantastic audiobook. You should try it.
I don't
Just
want.
try
I'm
it.
not going to
Try it.
audio
Listen
book
to like 4
anything.
chapters.
Ursel,
But
what
I
I'm
just
saying,
buy the paperback and just read it and be like, that was
Ursel,
cool.
What I'm saying is he has some nick in him where the
There's
mind is
reasons
made up.
I'm
it'll
saying you
never
should audiobook
change.
that. Okay,
It's
yeah,
not
fair,
that I've made my
fair.
mind up. I
Fair.
don't feel like it's not like I'm saying I've never tried an audiobook and I never will. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I've tried audiobooks a bunch of times and I'm just like, this guy's going so fucking slow. I can read faster than this, and I get fed up.
You can also just speed
That's
it up.
it.
Like my wife goes 2 times speed on everything.
No,
Yeah, like mine
listening to
does it
someone
1.5
talk
times.
stupidly fast is not fun either. Like, I need a weapon.
One of
It's
the
not
best
one.
Halo books is Halo Epitaph, which was the story of the didact after his supposed death in that
still
freaking
need to
Halo
read
4
that.
comic book. And that audiobook is voiced by the didact's voice actor.
It is, right? Okay, I'm going to audiobook that too then.
It's amazing. John.
Weirdos.
Well, I guess you play video games on your flights. I audiobook or watch TV.
I sleep.
So, yeah, that
I
makes
can't
sense.
play anything.
I play a game and then I sleep. That's pretty much it. And maybe watch a movie. Anyways, that's pretty much all the news. So now I want to dive into, we haven't done this in a while, but
It's been a long time.
as we spoke about earlier on the show, Aarsal reviewed Final Fantasy VII and people had thoughts. Yeah, so we haven't had this section in a while because perhaps unusually we haven't said anything too contrarian. But the YouTube comments are full to the brim this week with all sorts of takes based off of primarily Aarsal's Final Fantasy VII review. But even back during podcast 297, we had a quick one here from Lee G T1W who said, last time I watch, fed up with Jesse and his stupid political takes. Don't listen to Xbox podcasts to hear you cry about politics. Shut the fuck up. All right,
Sorry,
Lee.
Lee.
So sorry, Lee. You know,
Yeah,
Anything-
you don't
anything
talk
is
about
politics.
Politics in my Xbox podcast. I hate it.
you know, like I could be, and this is a non-political take. Completely not. You ready? Completely non-political. I think the government murdering people is bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a political take? I'm sorry.
Which government?
I didn't say. Didn't say. Anyway,
oh my God.
let's dive into some other things. This is pretty much all about the Final Fantasy VII review now, Aarsal. So Honeybun 2023 says, with that comment, we know what comment we're talking about here, people. With that comment, Aarsal, people will now take XboxEra even less serious and view them as the fan site that they are. If Cloud ever had a home, it was never Xbox. And then Blake
So for
Pantheon.
Blake, his thing was just held in review,
Like,
YouTube.
yeah.
And so
Yeah. His thing was held in review because he said XboxEra censoring comments to create the illusion of everybody agreeing with your content is also Will laughing face emoji. We've allowed your comment. We only delete comments that are abusive. So it's pretty simple. You can disagree with us all you like, but be abusive and you're gone. It's
This
out corner of
cracking
the
up,
internet.
cracked me up that the person capitalized Cloud's name there. That is just cracking me up.
Oh, I know. But hey, judge and jury said, Aarsal directly towards you. He said, I own a working PlayStation 3 along with a PS2, a PS4 Pro, and a PS5 Pro, and all 3 Final Fantasy 13 PS3 games on disc. And the PS3 is, if you didn't know, or maybe you forgot, but the PS3 is old, but yes, it's still a PlayStation platform. So yes, you were technically wrong. Suck it.
The context here is me
you
saying
were
Xbox.
technically wrong.
It's me saying Xbox is the only platform you can play all the mainline Final Fantasy games, and the person's like, "Yeah, but what about?" Like, I responded, I'm like, I assumed modern gen, guys. I thought that was like I assumed.
Oh, this is a fun one. This is a fun one. Again, for the Final Fantasy VII Remake review, Akin Moonlight 79 says, to Aarsal's 7.5 out of 10. What a disgusting low score. And I actually replied on this. I was like, do you think 7.5 is low? 8, 9, 10, nothing less.
They also spelled disgusting with a Q and not a G.
Yeah, disgusting.
Disgusting.
We've got a few other throwaway ones here. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to pick some. We've got Tossing That Cat says, people have Xbox consoles. Dean Ward 7820 says, shit emoji box.
I can't show them if you're that fast.
Oh, sorry. What else have we got? Any other ones that I really...
I mean, this is like a triple hitter directly after it.
The triple hitter.
From Tim Urkel, 3781, who was spamming everybody. And YouTube snagged them, so they never got through.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
This is what it looks like. If you don't know, this is what it looks like if YouTube holds a comment.
Not gonna lie, that first one is pretty funny.
Wow, he's...
He was mad. He ended up getting blocked.
You should never have skipped the platform. It's so weird to hear people say they didn't grow up with Final Fantasy VII. I'm old as fuck. Tim Urkel, you're probably around 40 and dead soon. That hurts. That hurts me personally.
Who would say something like that?
Oh,
like, why?
I'm off Friday, going to play the hell out of this, says Xbox Camp King 334. Tim Urkel says, lol, old ass game. And Bash Video Editor says Final Fantasy VII is Final Fantasy is home indeed. I think I thank other platforms for beta testing the game for us. Bash knows what he's up to here. Tim Urkel didn't like it though. Lamau, Xbox players are as silly as Nintendo kids. Anyway,
at least we're not Xbox kids. That's right.
It's fine.
A little bit of breaking news: they've done a decompile of Banjo Kazooie on Nintendo 64 for PC.
Oh, that's cool.
They get high frame rate support, widescreen, ultra wide support, mod support, dual analog camera, note saving.
Wow,
but you can't play it.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, it's now that point in the show as we begin to wind things down for episode 200.
The other 4 of them, I guess. Wow.
There's too many. Crap. There was too many. We'd like to take a moment and thank our patrons. We'll be right back. Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. That's right, patrons. I've automated thanking you. I'm only joking. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support, month in, month out, to keep XboxEra alive and kicking in what promises to be our biggest and most adventurous year yet. 2025 was crazy. So we really, really appreciate everybody's support. If you are watching or listening, be it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever podcast platform that you're listening to, or watching us on YouTube, do consider leaving us a review, dropping a thumbs up, and supporting us directly on Patreon by heading to patreon.com/XboxEra.
Okay. We got $1 from good old Collingwood. Pat the cat. Oreo.
Pat the cat. Meow. Oh, Oreo. Anyway, thank you, good old Collingwood. Now, one of the perks of being a Patreon member is you do get to drop us some community questions. But good news, everyone. I'm here this week, so reading these through will be a breeze. Let's dive into the form, first of all, where we'll be talking from the Cucumbo, who wants to talk about Fable. Greetings, says Cucumbo. It's been a great week for Xbox fans, and your coverage has been excellent as always. Why, thank you, sir. My question is regarding Fable. As a franchise, it has been known for casting some legendary British talent in voice roles. Are there any actors you would be surprised, amused, or excited to see turn up in a role, however big or small? I hope Matt Berry is in it in some form, because it would be a crime if he isn't.
I want Michael fucking Caine. Michael Caine. He's coming out of retirement to do a friggin' Vin Diesel movie, so why not?
I let my 11-year-old watch Kingsman the other day.
Oh,
The first Kingsman movie.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I'm like, it's got lots of swearing in and gore, but he's desensitized to all of that, right? And I'm like, but it has got one scene where the princess of whatever country says, if you save the world, I'll let you do me in the beep. And I was like,
then they
God.
show her butthole at the end of the movie.
Right, yes, right. And I'm like,
that's a lot of scenes
maybe I'm going to
come
have to
on.
distract him. I didn't know this, but the version I was watching had been pre-edited to cut both of those scenes out.
No
I was
way.
delighted. But also, Michael Caine in that, when he gets poisoned, he goes, "You filthy, dirty little fucking prick," and dies. So yeah, Michael Caine being
And
a good
then
shout.
the second movie starts and completely ruins the first one because they just kill everyone. Hated it.
that was
Yeah,
Did not like that
it
part.
hurts.
so weird.
It was still an okay
Including
movie though.
Roxy, right?
weird.
But then the King's Man was not great.
I liked the Kingsman.
It was
But it's
okay.
different. It's
Yeah.
it's not as fun. Didax Brewer in the chat. Olivia Coleman. What about you, Aarsal? Anyone you shout out?
I mean, it doesn't do video games. Like Ralph Fiennes would be so cool to have
Wow.
somehow.
Get some
Rafe
prestige in
Fiennes.
there. Ray Fiennes.
Wait,
Ray
it's not
Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes.
I never actually. Listen,
Ray
I'm not
Fiennes.
British. All right,
His name is Ralph, but he pronounces it Rafe.
Oh,
Rafe
what, really? Okay,
Fiennes.
interesting. Voldemort. That's no more than that though.
I want
But yeah, no, he's incredible. If they could get him somehow, that'd be great. Otherwise, who do you guys think is the main female antagonist?
I don't know.
Probably
She's.
an
It's
actor,
not.
right?
There's a male or female, so it's not
no
a main.
antagonist.
Antagonist. Beg your pardon.
Yeah. It's
Well,
probably
last time
someone
we
recognizable.
had what's her face, who was in the Harry Potter movies as Madame Hooch. I can't remember the actress's name. Who played Madame Hooch? She's a British actress.
Zoe something. Zoe
Wanamaker. Yeah, she was the voice of like the
Yeah.
guide lady. Maybe they'll bring her back.
Maybe it'll be what's her face? What's her name? Oh my god, the Black Widow with the blonde hair. Forgot her name.
Oh.
Either way.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, she's pretty big right now. Who knows? We'll see. Or maybe they'll take the comedic actors. It'll be fun.
By the way, I expect you to be very, very funny. Bill Bailey. Let's get Bill Bailey in there.
That's Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, Bill Bailey, Stephen Merchant.
Ricky Gervais. No, nobody wants to hear him. I can make fun of anyone I want.
That was a good question. Thank you, Cucumbo. Next up, we've got JD, who wants to know a little bit about the Xbox games release schedule. Hey, dudes. So with the developer correct, I'm going to presume you mean direct. With the
Wow,
developer
you really
direct
are, Nick.
already passed, now I'm already looking forward to seeing everything from Forza as well as Fable and Kiln and even Beast of Reincarnation. But what do we think the release schedule is going to be? In my opinion, it's going to be March for Kiln, May for Forza, late July or early August for Beast of Reincarnation, even though it's not an Xbox game. But hey, thank you, Game Pass. And I think Fable will release late September, early October. Then COD is going to be early November, and Halo will be December. I think they're going to push Gears E-Day to 2027, especially if the TV show is ready by then. Xbox clearly understands now, especially synergy with those types of properties. Interesting take. So what do you think the release schedule is going to be for the big games this year from Xbox?
I think Fable traditionally has released in September, October-ish, I think. Fable 1 was September. Fable 3 was August. Oh, no, interesting. Fable was released earlier. I think October. I think October makes sense. I think, as much as I know people disagree with me, I think TGAs is something people do still consider if they're able to release the game in time for it. GTA probably doesn't, because they don't really give a crap. But a game like Fable, I think, would. So they want to release it before like that November ending, I think October for Fable.
Okay.
As for Kiln was what, spring, right? March, maybe. To be honest, I kind of don't care with the rest. I just want Fable. So.
What about you, Jesse? What's your take? Where do you think this is all going to shake up?
Kiln April, Forza May, Gears July, Fable
Gears 2? Yeah.
October, COD also October, Halo November 15th, and they just say fuck it, YOLO.
Yeah. Halo's on the anniversary. Yeah.
Because I know GTA is 4 days after that, but or is the 15th even a good day to release a video game? I haven't thought about that. Is it like a Monday?
Is it a Tuesday? I don't know.
I forget.
Is it a digital
Does
only
it
release?
matter anymore? It is a Sunday. So
Okay.
not really a good day.
16th.
Yeah, right.
3 days before GTA. So early November we'll go with then.
Well, thankfully you can finish the game in roughly 6 hours. So we're okay.
Because that's also one thing. It's not a big live service release.
Yeah, that's true. It's a single player campaign with co-op.
Yeah.
That's it. I am inclined to think late March, early April for Kiln. We know May for Forza. I think that Gears will be August. I think Gears will release this year because I think Microsoft leadership are determined to have the big four for their 25th anniversary.
Yes,
and then, I think Fable will be late September, early October with, Call of Duty saying...
Call of Duty will not
GTA.
be November this year. It'll be October, like
It'll be
6th
mid-October.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll be hit with, and I agree with Jesse on this, I don't think they're going to give two flying fucks what GTA 6 is or is not doing. They'll release Halo for that 1 year, for that 25-year anniversary as close to it as they can. That makes sense from a game release schedule, and that will be that.
Yeah. So maybe the Tuesday before the anniversary or something. Because it's probably a $50 product?
Yeah.
Like,
probably.
That's what Oblivion Remastered was. Like, and it's not a long product. So $40-$50.
It was an 8-hour campaign, the original Halo.
Without the multiplayer to keep you going with your buddies if they come over and play split screen. Like, it's just local and online co-op. And that's about it.
I could have that game completed in a day. Like, in a single day. Like, if I downloaded the code and had it installed at 9 a.m., I'd have it done by probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Even with, there's 3 new additional prequel level things, but that's the sort of thing I also want to play with a bunch of mates and play it as it was intended, like it's fun.
You all get by big CRTs and you carry them around and you figure out a way to get your Xbox working on a CRT.
Absolutely. Thanks, JD. Good question. Next up, CJAD93, little question about the Xbox Ally X. Hey, gents, not really a question. Forget what I said. It's not a question. It's more of a story with a bit of information. First, however, how good did Forza and Fable look? That was a question.
Terrible.
Wow, Playground are a special studio. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so I've been looking for the Xbox Ally X for weeks now, and as John knows, in the UK, it's only sold by Currys. I've been checking their website multiple times a day for several weeks now to only see out of stock each time. So this week, I went to my local Currys as I knew they had one on display, so I thought I'd just ask and see. After looking on their systems, it turns out they've only got 4 of them available in the whole of the country, and I put my order in for one of those. Crazy to see how low the availability of the Ally X actually is. Makes you wonder how many are being sold.
They're everything they can make is being sold, which is what they said.
They're doing very well.
Yeah, the main issue is the RAM and SSD stuff is going to make it even. It's going to be very hard to make a lot of anything because of AI buying up everyone's shit for the year, which is why we still don't.
Your political takes, man.
Why we still don't have any prices on the Steam machine or dates or anything. Steam machine, Steam frame, no idea when they're coming, no idea how much they're going to be, because I can't imagine Valve has their initial order already set, and they might be good for an order or two, but after that, if their costs freaking double, like they have to worry about that.
Scary times. Indeed. Well, good luck getting it, and if you put your order in, fingers crossed you'll have it like within a week or so, and looking forward to seeing how you find it. I was thinking about writing a X number of months on type piece, because I use, and I know my review wasn't like glowing, like I have a lot of criticisms of the Xbox Ally, but I use it a lot. It has changed the types of games I seek a little bit.
So when do you use it? I'm kind of curious. I don't use mine. I only use one like outside travel.
You got to bear in mind. I think probably it's fair to say my living situation obviously plays a little bit of a role in this.
Yeah.
This is the only chair I've got in this room. It's comfy enough, but like to play a TV, like I'm not lounging on a sofa and being all like, and the only other option I could is I could move all my consoles upstairs, but that's not really good for content capture and things like that. So I don't.
Yeah.
I have a TV, a 4K TV, but it's not as nice as this TV. By the way, does everyone like my live action fucking background I made? I look forward to seeing what they do with the actual image.
Make it bigger.
So yeah, but I predominantly play it when I am at my partner's house, and I play it a lot in bed. Like rather than sit and doom scroll, I try and maybe get like an hour in of some game that I'm playing.
That's smart.
Yeah, you should watch Skill Up's I Cannot Recommend the Xbox Ally X After a Few Months video he just put up. He doesn't like Windows handheld, and he thinks it's too expensive. But boy, does he think prices are only going to get way worse, man.
Yeah, it's definitely an issue.
Yeah, it's definitely a pricey bit of kit. And yeah, granted, if I just spent $1,000 on it, I probably would maybe feel differently, but I didn't. And I do really like it. But I had spent $1,000 on the Xbox, the original Ally X, so
yeah, exactly.
I think I'm still allowed my opinion, like whatever. Yeah. Maybe I will. Anyway, thank you for the question. Next up, from the lovely Tiberius Monk, who has suggested the category this week is The Rise of Bullshit, a Star Wars question. Interesting. Hello, XboxEra. As you may have heard, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from her role at Lucasfilm after more than a decade of leading the company and managing Star Wars, a brand that has seen some highs like The Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2, and some lows, including The Rise of Skywalker. Somehow Palpatine returned. That scene remained an embarrassment. From a gaming perspective, what are your thoughts on Star Wars video games during Kathleen Kennedy's time? And what kind of future do you see, if any, for Star Wars video games going forward? Looking forward to your responses. You're my favourite gaming podcast. I always liked Tiberius. I appreciate all the work you do. Great job, Aarsal, on the Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated video review, and great job to Jon, Jesse, and Aarsal on the Xbox Developer Direct stream. Take care and ciao.
So really quick,
I don't have many opinions on Star Wars, so I'll shush for a minute.
For those wondering, she became president in 2012. 2012 to 2026, according to Wikipedia.
There's been a lot of great Star Wars stuff. There's been some bad. I think The Mandalorian's in the middling category myself, if I'm going to be honest. The first season was fine for like a pulpy cowboy show, but then it got pretty fucking dumb. She gave us Andor. A TV show that is a miracle and should not exist because it was like $600 million for those 2 seasons.
Yeah, and it definitely did not recoup that.
No, but it was just amazing TV.
I think the question was about video games specifically.
I know, but it was also about Kathleen Kennedy. But on the video game side, we know they've opened it back up again. They had the dumb deal with EA. EA failed at putting out almost anything until Respawn came to the rescue and put out a couple of great games. And now they're going back to their old tried and true. We're not going to have our own dev studios that often. We're going to let other people do it for us.
Play Vader Immortal? Was any good?
Yes.
I played it like an arcade once, and I had fun there.
It's VR. Vader Immortal.
Yeah, the VR,
yeah.
Galaxy's Edge and Vader Immortal are okay.
Yeah.
They're not great.
But yeah, we've got the list. It's mostly just the Jedi series and Outlaws. Really.
The Battlefront games are fun.
And the Battlefront games initially, yeah.
I like Outlaws. Outlaws is way better than the reputation it earned, apparently. But I still admit I didn't play it until like 3 or 4 months after launch. So I know I probably played a remarkably different game. But Outlaws in general is really fucking great, and I really liked it. But I think a lot of Star Wars fans just want to play as a Jedi with Jedi things. I have not.
Too, right? Or that's someone else. You played Squadrons too? Who reviewed that for us? I forget.
I don't think we reviewed Squadrons.
The race.
No, we weren't on EA's press list then. We didn't get press coverage.
Yeah. Okay.
We were influencers, so we get it launched, and at which point it's not worth it.
Oh yeah, 2020 was like the beginning, kind of in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but we've got Galactic Racer coming. We've got another Knights of the Old Republic game coming. So
I mean, eventually in the far future.
Yeah, that's who knows when the flip.
We're making a studio for this game announcement.
Yeah, we'll see.
God.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm not going to judge her too harshly because I think a lot of that stuff isn't really. She's not going to get into the weeds of it, and if you don't care or know about video games, you're just not going to really pay attention. You'll let some subordinate take care of it.
Like John Drake.
But I don't really love Star Wars anyway. So
have you watched Andor?
No,
It's
You
good.
should.
It's really good.
You don't have to give a shit about Star Wars. You don't even have to know about Star Wars. It's just
Do you
an
know what?
amazing show.
okay. I will start watching Andor this week.
Thank you.
Also, what's his face is just a really good actor.
Diego
I forgot
Luna?
his name. Yeah, Diego Luna. He's just so damn good. Like, and to be honest, like Andor is so good that me and my friends watched it recently, and then we put on Rogue One, and Rogue One just felt like such a big drop.
Because Rogue One
quality?
was really hit hard by rewrites and everything. It's,
Exactly.
I think Gary.
I
Wood
still
said
really
it's
loved of
barely
all the
movie.
prequels. I loved Rogue One.
If you like Rogue One, you'll flip and love Andor. But like, I'm watching Rogue One, and I'm like, oh, I just want more Andor. I don't really care about what's her face that much anymore. Like, Andor's clearly the more interesting character here. But yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a prequel for a reason.
Honestly, dude, she gets a bad rap. The biggest problem with Star Wars are the fans. It's always been the fans. Friggin'
Problem with any franchise.
episode 7 was nostalgia bait to the max, and the fans ate it up and loved it. Like, whatever.
Yeah, and Star Wars Squadrons in VR was very fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is good. Next up, a question from the lovely Jay Foley, who wants to talk about the Xbox full screen experience. It says, hello, gentlemen. You all have the Xbox Ally X. What is one feature of the Xbox full screen experience that you hope comes to the Xbox Ally X in the next 6 months?
What?
What feature do you want to see come to the current handheld experience in the next half a year?
Does the current handheld experience not have the FSC?
He's saying the Xbox full screen experience, as it is right now, what
Yeah.
improved or new feature
like another feature.
do you
Okay,
want
okay,
to see
okay.
come
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that
Okay,
experience?
I was a little confused there. I'm like, isn't it already there? I actually started my ROG Ally. Someone got an update without me even realizing, and it got the full screen experience. So I was just checking it out this last trip. Maybe a quick task manager. Actually, no. I want the ability, because actually this affected me. I want the ability to pin my own programs into the FSC without having to go back into Windows to go to desktop, find my program.
There is a way you
open
can
it.
do that, but you have to use Armory Crate to do it. But yes, that is a big feature.
Okay.
You can pin things like Discord in there as apps, and then you can load them from Armory Crate. You can do that now, but it's piss poor. And yes, Microsoft need to add, like, I want to put this app here. I want Discord on my handheld easily. Like, it's already on there. But right now I have to go into the full screen. I have to go into Armory Crate and load up Discord and blah blah blah. That's shit.
Even a browser, you have to like either use their like little miniature browser one, or then go to Windows and open up the browser and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I want my full screen experience to, when I press the guide button and then want to right bumper along, that I don't have to press right bumper twice for it to actually move along.
Yeah.
It's a bug, and it really irritates me every time I encounter it. And like, I know I'm nitpicking. Sorry, Jason Ronald. I am nitpicking like a little bitch. But it really, really, really bugs me. But yes, other than that, adding apps that we can control ourselves and put in is really good. And also, come on, don't let an add-on widget solve the box art problem.
Well, that's the same for Steam.
Solve it yourselves.
That add-on was made originally for Steam because it sucked on Steam as well. So we're just kind of
You mean
stuck
like the
with
box
this.
are not loading properly?
Or wanting to choose because games would constantly change and people are like, no, I don't want this dumb seasonal one. I just want this because I know what this is.
Yeah, the full screen experience at the moment pulls in the Steam icon that you would have as your desktop shortcut icon, and not the box art or key art.
Okay.
So, whereas on the Xbox app games, you've got lovely key art that's filling the box, and it doesn't look that way for Steam games. It's really irritating. There's a little widget you can download that fixes that, but it's not perfect, and it still breaks every now and then. I want Microsoft to just fix that too. What about you, Jesse? Anything you want to add?
I want the NPU stuff to actually hit and be good because that would be a nice improvement to performance and stuff. Their auto super resolution with the NPU is a very differentiating thing between other handhelds, especially because not all of them have
the devices
full,
have the chip, right?
The devices
Right now,
the
what you have?
Xbox Ally X has it, but like even the Legion Go 2 doesn't. So it would be very interesting to see what that can do, because as we've seen with DLSS 4.5, I don't expect Microsoft to catch up right off the bat, but if you can offload some of that stuff, it saves a lot, because upscaling is not free. It costs CPU and GPU resources, so if you can offload that to something that's not being used at all right now, I think that would be neat.
Makes sense.
That's it for the forum. We'll move over to the forum for our last few questions now. And first up in that list is Jesse Brother. Happy podcast 298, lads or mates. I know Jess hasn't, but have any of you watched Vox Machina, the hilariously awesome show on Amazon Prime? And if you have, what about that group's new show, The Mighty Nine? Both shows are extremely violent, bloody, funny, and vulgar as fuck. And yes, John, it has a full season now, and Vox has 3. So if you haven't watched them yet, you're safe to binge them. I know how weird you are about that shit. And one last thing, Fable looks so frigging awesome. Yes, it does. I haven't seen or heard of either of those.
I've heard of The Mighty Nine because they gave me early access to it, and I was like, I have no idea what this is.
Have you guys heard of Critical Role?
Yes. So
Vox Mach... I gotta double check this.
Machina.
Vox Machina, right? Give me a second. I mean, I'd be completely wrong here, but is this what I think it is? Yes. So Vox Machina is an animated adaptation of their second campaign for Critical Role, like 6-7 years ago. Critical Role was originally like a bunch of voice actors doing a D&D session.
It's high noon.
Yeah,
they were involved in Dispatch as well.
Yes, heavily involved in Dispatch. So Vox Machina, I never ended up watching all of it because the first couple episodes are kind of but I've heard like once the campaign starts rolling, it's really good. I know friends that have like listened to the whole, like multiple campaigns of theirs over years and years of them doing it. Like it's Mercer was the primary antagonist in Dispatch, I think. Wasn't he? Either way, he's like the head of Critical Role. They're really cool. They're getting bigger in games too. One of the main person, Laura Bailey, she's one of the most like prolific probably the most prolific voice actress out there.
Yep.
I'd argue, right? Yeah, I've heard good things. I should probably watch it, but it's a little too vulgar and violent for me, maybe.
Oh yes, fragile Aarsal. He's so fragile and innocent and sweet.
And cartoon violence is kind of rubs you the wrong way sometimes. Like even like Invincible, for example. Like it's just I don't know.
There's also SA in Invincible that people don't like.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's in the other way.
Next up is a question from the lovely Item G. It's not really a question, it's a statement. I did watch a bit of the direct. It is pretty cool, but other than that, I kind of figured that Fable the reboot would have a create your own character instead of by default. But hey, it is what it is. I will say, whoa, there was a comma. I will say that who would have known that Fable, the Xbox originated game, could go multiplat and thought it'd be timed exclusive on Xbox and PC. But hey, the rumor of that game on PS5 was actually right. P.S. Imagine Fable Games gets an MCC treatment. If it does happen, maybe in a video game event like State of Play or Nintendo Direct, but we will see if it does happen.
No.
I don't think that they are going to put together a Fable collection of any sort. You can buy all the games on back compat on the Xbox store as they are. You've had the remastered Fable 1.
And 3 was on PC, but it's delisted, I think, if I remember.
Yeah.
They're all enhanced in some way or another on Xbox, right?
Probably.
And this is not a continuation in any way?
Yeah.
So they're not looking to go back and like, oh, you got to know this first, like they might have done with
For those who haven't played them, though, they are worth playing, I'd say. Even though the first game controls kind of terribly for some reason on Xbox. I got to double check that. Maybe they fixed it.
I don't think the previous games had a character creator. They had
Fable 1 had you were just the kid.
Yeah.
No customization at all. You can name him, maybe? I'm not sure if you can even name the guy. No, right? Yeah. What did they call you in Fable 1? They called you something.
Hero.
Yeah.
It was
when you were a kid, they called
Hero.
you... They called you something dumb when you were
Chicken.
a kid. Anyways. Yeah, was it something like that? Your sister called you, right? Yeah, she had like a nickname for you? Crap. Anyways, Fable 2, you could choose
Little Sparrow. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like
Sparrow.
that.
Little Sparrow.
And Fable 3, you could choose male or female. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hyphen. last three questions. Didact Brewer 3 says, "Hi gents, I'm really happy with what was shown on the Direct. The only criticism I saw online was Kyle Boseman nitpicking on how artificial scripted the development commentary is on these shows. Personally, I think this format is best of the big three events. I can't stand the Nintendo Directs or the State of Play narrators anymore, but we know they can get away with anything. The next stop we have for Microsoft is the June showcase. How can the success of the developer Directs improve those? It's pretty much locked that we have the Gears Direct there, but what about the rest of the event? The trailer after trailer format with Sarah and Booty with corporate Xbox anniversary speak might feel hollow, especially with how shitty everything is around Xbox. I think there's rumor and scuttlebutt out there of another developer Direct in 2026. I don't know where that's come from.
Yes.
Equally, they have more than enough games to do it, and it is the 25th anniversary, so maybe it's a special 25th anniversary Direct.
Perfect time to do it too.
You know what they
the
did
show and the more detail
that I really loved was they had the Xbox Game Showcase, Xbox Game Showcase extended 2 days later.
Yeah.
I really wish they would do
you're
another
right. I love that
extended.
too. Yeah.
Because the extended
They've got a
did
lot
was
to
those
show
deep
this year.
dives to go in and talk and shit.
I'll be honest. I think they can do the corporate stuff again, especially considering that, knock on wood, so far it seems like Microsoft is one of the few really to not do mass layoffs this year. So far, again, knock on wood. Amazon already is doing what, another 30K, right? Something like that. 30,000.
But Amazon has.
I'm worried about this guy.
Amazon globally just has so many people they pay. They have.
But like, honestly, Microsoft's kind of been doing good and not putting themselves in that light so far, knock on wood, of any kind of mass layoffs, even though all the jokes are still about it. So no, I think as long as that continues through June, they can just put Phil there and Booty and friggin' Sarah.
I think they've got a rhythm to their June showcases. So if they were going to have more to show, I think they could do more of the formats they have. They could have another partner preview. They could have their indie preview. Their indie IGN indie stuff, which not the best shows, but generally have some good games.
They've pretty much perfected their showcases, in my opinion, in terms of the format and the length and all that stuff.
Yeah, like if they're really all in and they have a ton, I really hope they have. Even if it's another, what if it's a developer direct after the main showcase? Another 45 minutes where they jump to things that, to really deep dive after the show.
That's what I'm thinking, maybe like July, August for a dev direct.
Oh, I mean literally after the showcase ends.
Oh,
it goes the post show.
Instead of it being a singular game direct, it's like another, here's all the other things.
Yeah, is there 35 minutes to talk about Gears?
Unless Clockwork comes out this year, I don't think a game really needs a singular direct, except other than Fable, because there's still a lot you can still talk about it. You know what I mean?
Gears could.
Oh, because Gears does have multiplayer.
Yeah, Gears has enough modes, but like the RPGs and the Call of Duties are the things I like. This is 35 minutes on one game, and people are going to stick with it.
Yeah. Although people will complain if COD gets a direct.
It won't.
No one likes COD.
I think what's going to happen is
of people that
they do Call of Duty next in August again instead of in September.
Yeah.
Also, they'll open with COD again. They'll open with COD instead of closing with it, which I think is cool. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot out of Microsoft this year. I'm curious about, if you remember, quite famously, they did not have a good party at Summer Games Fest last year. They did in 2024. It was awesome. It's the 25th anniversary. Where's the party focus going to be? Is it going to be in LA during Summer Games Fest? Is it going to be at Gamescom? Because Gamescom this year is going to be massive, considering everything that's coming out. It is going to be absolutely fucking enormous. So, like, where are Microsoft going to show up? Both, probably. But where's the big... like if you think back to XO19, where the big Xbox event, and they held it in the UK, and it was cool, and I went. Like, are they going to do something like that for Xbox fans somewhere on the planet?
Probably globally and not in America this year.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Probably not in America this year, right?
Yeah.
So Gamescom makes sense to me, but we'll see.
Hey, do you guys think there's a chance they could grab FF7 Part 3 for their showcase? Or you think Sony's got that locked down?
Fuck knows. I wouldn't put anything past the new Square CEO. He seems like a cool.
They are all in the new Life is Strange games. Play anywhere in Xbox Cloud right off the bat. They seem to have a very good
that'd
relationship.
Be a big get for an Xbox showcase. I'll tell you right now. Like the reveal for that game, be flipping massive. Anyways,
Super chat.
Cool. A super chat
about the
from
directs.
Analog AI. I like more directs than Showcase. Do that 3 times a year. Honestly, the number of games they have, they probably could.
Showcases
Or
are
like
also
both.
big third party
You mean
and have like
both?
30 games, so you need like
Yeah,
a lot.
I like the trailer show. All right.
I like the trailer show too. Ryan Hodgson, 5979 says, mate, Playground games are going to make bank in 2026. Yeah, they are going to rake in the cash. It's absolutely mad.
The amount of money
Good for
that,
them.
and people are wondering, like, it definitely does feel like 6 might be delayed on PlayStation because they got 5 out there a little later than supposedly, like they supposedly wanted it in 2024. Because that's when Nathan Haight had always heard it was coming 2024, but then it didn't end up coming till 2025. So give it a little more time because it's still selling so well, and who knows?
Yeah.
Cool. Next question. Last 2 now. The penultimate question from 99 Ruken. How's it going today, everyone? I just want to start off by saying the Fable gameplay looks amazing. And I hope Xbox uses the Forza engine for their other games in the future. I also want to disagree with last week's statement. I still believe Microsoft has a chance of getting Dead Space from EA. One reason is they need to pay off their $20 billion debt. Now for my question. What's up with Ubisoft? They can't catch a break. They seem to be stepping on 2 rakes at the same time. What do you think will happen to them in the future? I think that with their new setup, they are building themselves out to be able to sell off pieces of themselves if needed. I know that sounds mean, but like you've got these prestige units with IPs attached to these creative houses, and that's what they do. And they even made a big deal in their thingy about how each of them runs his own P&L business, he's financially responsible. So sounds like it makes it easier to chop these up and ship them out. So I don't know. I think they're really fucked. I think Yves Guillemot should probably step down. Sorry. What about you guys? What do you think?
Everything's wonderful.
We're going to get political takes, man. Oh my god.
If even Shadows couldn't like do enough to pull them out of whatever thing they're in, then they clearly need some kind of massive restructuring in some way or another. What's like Ubisoft's like big revenue maker these days anyways, like their Forever game or whatever. Do they
They're
have
billionaire franchises?
Siege, right?
I don't know,
Also
mate.
Siege, but Siege is like still super competitive centric. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a mess.
Maybe Wiccan, what's it called?
Their mobile
There's-
games can make a lot of money that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
What's the next one called again? Red? No, not Red. Red already came out.
The next one, we don't know.
Hexen, sorry.
Yeah.
Hexen, maybe Hexen does really well?
Hexen's a Microsoft IP.
Hexe, sorry.
Yeah.
They announced the next AC. It's going to be during the Salem trials and stuff.
They've talked about them in the past, but I don't know like what the next one's Black Flag remake.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They totally skipped the
Supposedly.
first game, huh? I thought for sure that was going to happen.
Hey ho. All right. Last question from good old Collingwood, who says, hello, Jon, Aarsal and Jesse, and to all the Australians out there, happy Indian Republic Day for Monday. Today's subject is Fable's living population. If Playground Games asked you to come to their Leamington Spa studio, he wrote Leamington Pool, Royal Leamington Spa, to be measured up and put into Fable as a member of the living population, what would you like your name to be and what would be your occupation?
That's funny.
Aarsal, what would you like your name to be and your occupation? Would you just like your name to be your name? I presume you would. Right?
No. Maybe. No, man. No one can pronounce that damn thing.
Aarsal.
I don't know. Actually,
You're a
yes,
real arsehole.
Yes, that'd be perfect. I'll just spell my name a little different. ARSOL or ARSEOL.
Arsehole. Wait, look at this arsehole. Yeah. The British would do that. Yeah, it's true.
Flipping occupation, bro, is a professional procrastinator, an official occupation because that
Like the quest they have to do for you is like you really need to get something done on time, and like the player has to run around solving tasks for you, and you still won't do it. Like, and you're just like, oh, I'll be there in a minute. and you're just constantly fucking them over. Sounds great, actually. Like, that is perfect. Jesse, what about you? Would you still have your name, or what would your
the first
be?
YouTube crash? Wow, that's an entire show. It's funny. I'm just looking. I've got the Fable wallpaper without a logo on my top monitor, and that's only available on the Xbox wallpaper site. It's not available on the thing we normally get stuff from. It's like, what the fuck? I want to be a chicken jockey, and you name me Jack.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I would.
And jockey means something very different in Fable.
Yeah. I would be Jon still.
With an H.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
No.
Yes. H has to be there.
No. Fuck you.
Be Joan with an A.
What would my occupation be? I would go out into the streets and try and find any annoying, egotistical, self-centered Australians, and I'd just try and round them up and just get them away from the general population in some form as best I can.
You're all criminals.
Yeah, get them all in the prisons.
Get in the bin.
Ship them off to an island somewhere.
Australia Origin DLC.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be a gardener.
You'd have to tell them to be
Go
nice
around
to
do
the
some
natives this
gardening.
time. though.
Tomatoes were pretty good. Not gonna lie.
I would love to actually like do some voice work for a Fable game. Like I would actually love that.
Turning
That'd be
into
so much
every
fun.
game's media person now. Oh, put me in the video game.
Yeah, I'm available for voice work.
I can do your
You use my demo
PR.
reel.
John would never want to do anything in PR.
Yeah. No. Thankless task. That's a good question to end on.
That's
I
a great
think.
question. Yeah.
Wow, what a fun show that was. Lengthy, and yet I've
Girthy.
realised why I start to feel so sleepy during community questions is because I'm not reading them. So I've just become like,
And he's very
that makes
he's
sense.
very slow.
Also, Nick reads very slow.
And he can't just
No
take
offense,
what
Nick, if
someone
you're
meant. He has to say that they got it wrong and then think about it and say, maybe he meant this. It's like, yes, he meant that.
it's all good fun.
When there's like a 4-paragraph Python question, and all it starts off is with Nick going, like, okay, all right, time to go 1.5.
Well, also,
let's
when
go.
it's the thing that kills me, and I love Nick, and people are going to say being mean to him, but when it's a
So do I,
multi-part question, and he doesn't leave time to read the first question, we answer the first question. Read the second question. He reads the whole thing. Instead of just letting you read the first question, answer it, then read the second one and answer it, even though they are only supposed to be one question.
Love you, Nick.
Yeah. All right, that's it. That's the end, pretty much, of episode 298. Penultimate, 299 next week, episode 300.
We have
of
nothing
episode-
interesting for episode 300.
Zero going on for episode 300. Like, don't know what we're going to do, really. We'll try and get hype in some fashion. We'll think of something. You know us. We'll pull something out of the bag, right?
Maybe
But
I'll
yeah,
try and
we'll
give it
be
a
back.
special new look. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe something fancy. Yeah.
It just means more work for Pre-Drag, though, and I feel bad.
Yeah, that too. But we've really enjoyed hanging out with everybody tonight. So big thank you to everybody in the chat. Just so you know, we did do the poll, and I think the majority of people voted it to be a B. Was it a B?
A.
It was A. Did A win?
It was
I don't
A by
know.
far.
Hold on,
A was like
can-
A was 66. B was like 33%.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
mostly
everybody thought it was great.
all the Xbox loved it.
Analog AI. Invite Donald
Who's-
Trump on for episode 300. Nah, mate. Nah. Anyway, we'll be back on Tuesday with more headlines, but you should probably tune in at some point early in the week for some cool stuff, for some places and some things without specific time being added. Other than that, thank you everybody for hanging around with us. Thank you to Aarsal for hanging out for this
course.
episode. Appreciate it.
The invite.
We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.